You're about to listen to TADPOG, Tyler and Dave Play Old Games. It's a comedy video game podcast. We would like to stress that the hosts are not experts and are really just very crass commentators. Seriously, this is an explicit podcast that happens to talk about video games sometimes. So please enjoy this pretty okay podcast with Tyler and Dave.
Hello, Internet, and welcome to another TADPOG podcast.
I like that, man. You turned it real friendly, like real fast.
Come on, welcome.
You kind of almost sounded like a little leprechaun or something. You know?
Come on down.
Yeah.
Well, what are y'all doing here? Come down to the pot of penises.
Maya, they squirm.
The pot of bad games and penises. Go ahead and reach on in.
Man, you know how many people got to the end of the rainbow and were very disappointed with the pot of dicks that awaited them?
Yeah, people who are almost current in this show. Yeah. Well, this is a game show about games that happens once a week. So what we do here at Tyler and Dave Play Old Games, otherwise known as TADPOG.
TADPOG. Or Titty Dog.
Titty Dog.
Or Tap Dog. It happened to me 2 weeks ago when I raided somebody who I didn't know on Twitch, right? Mm-hmm. And hey, Tap Dog, and it's like I almost like now at the end of a Twitch stream when we raid, I want the message to be like Tap Dog, like surrounded by honks.
Tap Dog,
Tap Dog,
Tap Dog. So what we do is we play through retro games or other games.
I'm sorry, were you trying to do an intro?
No,
my bad.
No,
my bad.
It's really all right.
Yeah.
It's fine.
It's not like we're trying to draw this out or anything.
No, not at all. It's very hot. I'm not trying to draw it out. My elbows are slowly sliding to the side on this table.
Dude, what's funny is the reason, okay, so I got here and you didn't realize it, and I was setting up the Super Nintendo and the Super Scope in your garage, and I checked my phone. I had to use my phone as a flashlight to like check the inputs in the back of your TV. And when I picked my phone up, I saw, I missed a message from Tyler, and it was like, let me know when you're here. It's hot as fuck out there right now. And the reason I laughed back was because like when I walked in here, I was like, damn, did he run the air conditioner
really?
20 minutes before I got here? I was, because with the heat index, man, I thought it was going to be fucking boiling in here.
Yeah.
And this is not the hottest it's been.
Oh, that's true. It's not. But no, the air conditioner was in Artsy AJ's room because she has all the windows. So her room is like 5 to 6 degrees hotter than the whole rest of the house.
Man, that sucks.
Yeah. So then I drug it back out here and we played some Battle Clash.
Some Battle Clash.
Battle Clash on the Super Scope.
And some Metal Combat, Falcon's Revenge.
Falcon's Revenge.
Man, we haven't done a good Dalek impression ever, but we haven't attempted it in a very long time.
So we need a Dalek made with the Super Scope.
That would kind of look like a fry. How about a Fry Guy made out of Super Scopes?
Perfect.
The Fry Kid? Is that what
Fry Kid.
Fry
there
Kid.
You go.
Yeah.
Well, we've crafted our own dark, chaotic god who randomly chooses Super Nintendo games for us to play off Wikipedia's list of Super Nintendo games.
All hail the randomizer.
We've already played through IGN's top 100, so it's mostly garbage.
It's a lot of garbage.
But not today.
Not today.
Not today.
Do you want to start this out by me asking you, do you think that either of these games belongs on Tyler and Dave's top 100 Super Nintendo games?
Hell yes.
I agree.
Let's start the episode off strong. Let you know what you're in for.
Yeah.
I think Falcon's Revenge would be in my top 50.
Damn. Okay.
I never thought in all the rest of this list I would find a game I would put in my top 50 again.
Oh, I agree with that statement very much.
And we've found some ones we would say like, okay, in the 90s, maybe the mid 80s.
In context, we can see how this game might have been seen as good.
Yep.
But for this game, it is very much like Falcon's Revenge in particular. It's like, this is a great game.
This is a fantastic game. Like, I didn't know gems like this were left, and it makes sense that it's behind the Super Scope wall.
There are some gems left. Like, yeah, this is hope. This and the game of the month on the Discord for the SNES Club is True Lies, which I think Bovine Bear Matt nominated, and that's not a bad game. Spoilers for whenever we do a True Lies episode, but it's like, okay. Out of all the games that we've already played, like, I expected only garbage.
Yeah.
So it's just, I don't know. It's weird. It's hopeful. Maybe, I mean, the randomizer is going to fuck us a lot, but maybe, just maybe, there are other gems.
Hopefully. Because I know Power Rangers, the movie fighting game, I know that is better than the last one we played, and we liked that. So that would have probably been in the top 100.
Oh, I thought by the last one you meant the Super Mario Kart clone.
Oh, no. Okay, the one before that. The fighting one.
I love that we always forget about that game because it is just...
Oh, it's the worst.
It might be the most forgettable Super Nintendo game that I've yet to play. Much like
it's
the titles.
It's probably the second worst racing game on the SNES.
Second worst after four-wheel drive?
Yep.
God. The titles for both of these games, Battle Clash and Metal Combat: Falcon's Revenge, which I pause to say every single time because I have to reference my notes to remember the names of those games. These games have the most generic fucking names.
To their detriment.
I mean, yeah, absolutely. It's like I feel like a lot of Super Nintendo game names were very, memorable.
Yeah. As a name should be. It's a brand. It should be, especially if there are going to be multiple games in the series.
Yeah. You keep looking up over my shoulders. Everything okay?
I saw the lights go on in the main part of the garage, so somebody has entered the arena.
Do we want to check this out?
Oh, now the light has gone off. The lights are back on again. One light is on.
I wanted to check.
Now it's some weird form of communication. Now the door is shut. Oh, now the door is open again.
This is what sports are like now with coronavirus.
That's true. This is what Marco Polo is like.
Well, I had to ask because it is really tough because it is like eye contact, and your eyes dart, and every time
I keep waiting for Melissa to open the door and have cookies. I'm gonna be like, I love you, but it's very hot. I don't think I could eat cookies.
What if they were bomb pops?
Yeah, I could do bomb pop.
Up on a tray, a silver tray mounded with ice cubes.
I could do that. Yeah, that'd be sweet.
That would be nice. If anybody out there is listening,
bring over bomb pops.
Bomb pops
retroactively yesterday.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry. I had to bring it up because it's your eyes kept darting, and my primal instinct was, Tyler, my friend, is trying to tell me there's someone behind me who's trying to kill me.
It's like that story about
who is?
Why does that trucker keep flashing his lights at me?
Right? That was the scary stories to tell in the dark. One of the three books.
Something like that. Yeah.
The Stranger, I think it was called. Or the truck. It was like a truck driver behind the car that was flashing the lights.
Scaring the driver.
The murderer. It was popping up, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
He'd flash his lights and make him duck back down.
Right, because she'd look in the rearview mirror.
Yep.
And honestly, dude, if you're a maniac in the back seat and you're about to stab the driver on the interstate, you've committed anyway. That story's bullshit. You know what I mean?
And if you're gonna kill them, they can see you.
Yeah, it's fine. Right, exactly.
It's not Pushing Daisies where they... In Pushing Daisies, the guy can bring people back to life by touching them for...
There's one guy who can do it?
Yep.
Okay.
That's the thing. He's a pie maker, and he buys rotten produce, touches it, it turns back into glorious in its prime strawberries, bananas, and he makes pies with it. But he could also touch dead people, and they come back to life. So
in a limited time, you said? 10 minutes or something?
He usually does a limited time. Because
he can control,
If he does it, if they're awake for more than 30 seconds or something like that, someone else dies and they stay resurrected. So he doesn't want to kill anybody else, so he touches them, they come back. Do you know who killed you? Did you see anybody?
Can he just go around just touching people? Dead people, real fast?
Yeah, I guess he could.
Man, they should do an episode like that.
But then if he waits over 30 seconds, how many people he touched, the closest people in proximity to him that are alive will then die.
Okay, But then okay, so I don't know anything about this show. It sounds very good, but I'm going to fuck it up.
It was too good. Lasted 2 seasons. They got canceled.
Because it's like, how about this scene where it's like, all right, I'm being attacked and I'm in a graveyard and I'm going to touch all these fucking dead people to kill everybody around me.
There you go. That'll work. Yeah. In that very specific circumstance, he would be able to do that.
All right, we've got him cornered in the graveyard.
What? That's the word. No! That's where you don't want to trap him.
Okay, we've got him cornered in the pie factory.
Okay, well.
We'll kill him and then we'll all enjoy some delicious
there was a
pies.
girl, I mean, this was a very long time ago, a girl who would come into his shop that he had a crush on, and she was murdered, and he brought her back. She didn't see who her murderer was, though. And, like, he waited the 30 seconds, and then somebody, like, a guy, like, in the next room, like, on the toilet, died of a heart attack. And now she's just alive.
Damn.
But if he touches her again, she's dead. She goes back. She can't be brought back.
That's how Dan Connor died.
So then the whole is like the sexual tension between them.
See, I don't
they can't ever touch again.
I don't like that because I was going to ask you, like, do they ever like fuck? Because like that seems like
they can fuck with a condom, but if it breaks, she's dead.
Oh, well, see, I wasn't even thinking about that.
Skin to skin contact. So they wear like gloves and stuff and hold hands, but if it's ever skin to skin, she dies.
Well, see, now that is interesting. The whole like Rogue from the X-Men element to it, like that's interesting. But what I think is kind of weird is like
they wear hazmat suits and kiss or something like that. I feel like in one episode. So
I feel like if you bring somebody back to life, like imagine that in real life. If somebody did that, not in a show world, but if somebody did that in real life, Jesus style, but like Expedious. I mean, this guy's better than Ray. Like, it doesn't take him like fucking minute, right? He touches them and they come up.
And then just back.
Better than Jesus.
Because he would have a stopwatch, touch him. Okay, do you know who murdered you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw this person. All right, thanks. Touches them again, they go back dead. No one else in the vicinity dies, and he can help track whoever actually murdered them.
Okay. All right. So, okay. I got sidetracked. What I think is weird is like if you imagine that in real life, can you imagine how like you would feel if somebody did that to you? Like it almost feels like an abuse of power to be in a relationship with somebody that you've resurrected. You know what I mean?
Yep. All I have to do is touch you and you die again.
Yeah. No, I don't like or even like
go to fucking work.
I resurrected you.
Make me a steak or I'm going to touch you and kill you.
Well, see, I wasn't thinking threatening. I was just thinking you owe me big time because without me, you literally would not exist. Mm-hmm. So it almost feels like a
I'm your mortal
fatherly
God.
thing. Which I guess, religion
This is what it's like to be
a
apocalypse. But anyway, I'm your bearded host, Tyler.
Hey, man, what's up?
What have you been up to this week?
I am your bespectacled host, Dave, and I had a busy weekend.
Yeah.
Not too terribly exciting, It's not like I went and did anything, I don't know, mainly stayed inside. I did it inside. I did around the house things. Mowed the yard on Friday. Mm-hmm. Did that. That's fun.
Yeah.
Saturday, I saw Hamilton for the first time.
Oh, on Disney Plus?
Yeah, I feel like I'm the last person in the world who has seen or listened to Hamilton.
I have not seen it,
Have you
Dave.
not?
No.
That makes me feel better because, like, I feel like you are more cultured than me.
Oh, the kids all love it.
To that.
All that shit. So, yeah, I should have watched it, but it's like, if I have a few hours, like I want to play some.
It's long,
3.
right? Yeah. Yeah. No, I get it because it's like that's what's been holding me back has been like, damn. Well, first of all, it's like I don't like Broadway stuff. I don't like. I don't like.
I fucking love it.
And see, that's why I figured you'd seen it and that you love it. I just assumed it. It was just de facto. It's like I figured that I was going to say I finally saw it, and you were going to be like, about time kind of deal.
Now, my time is more finite than it has ever been.
Yeah,
so.
I know that. But I thought it was great. Yeah, I thought it was great. Like it was one of those where it's like I watched it, and it's like by the time it was over, I cried twice, and I was like, oh man, this is like I should have believed everybody. That's also kind of part of it.
Okay.
Is like when something gets like
And it's the version where Lin-Manuel Miranda's Hamilton. Right?
Yeah. And it's like, I don't know. It's usually like when something that a whole lot of people like is mixed with something that I'm usually not into.
Yeah.
Then it just kind of, it's tough, man.
You go Jacob York and it's just like, meh.
Well, see, yeah. I mean, I definitely go, but is that a Jacob York thing?
Oh, if there's hype, he's immediately going to be like, eh.
Okay. All right. Well, then yes, then definitely. That makes me feel.
I remember he showed me a meme, was like, this is me, and it was a guy with his t-shirt on, said, nothing is any good if anybody else likes it. He's like, this is how I feel about everything.
All right, I could definitely relate to that. I really can. I can relate to that. And that makes me feel good to hear because it's like, oh, Jacob's a good guy. So this is fine. Like this one, like
I accept
you're
that.
Right.
I accept him as my moral compass.
It's like, yeah, this is good. So yeah, then I played Morkborg, which I just recently learned is called Morkbori. I think it is Morkbori.
Oh, that sounds like a dude.
Yeah.
I like it less.
Well, I'm going back to Morkborg. I've been listening to an actual play online. I think, God, I wish I could remember who it was so I could tell everybody. But it's fucking fantastic. It's by Red Moon Role Playing. They've got I'm halfway through the second episode where they do a crawl through, or not really. It's not really a crawl because that has bad connotations, right? It's not like a dungeon crawl. It's man, it was a lot of fun.
It's a lurk through.
It is, dude. So it's like the game is deadly. So like characters are almost kind of feel disposable. And because of that, like I played a way I never fucking play. Like I played, and we randomly generated our characters. I was randomly generated to play a fanged deserter, which is essentially like a monstrosity that has at one point in time like worked for like the kingdom military or something like that. And like I played this motherfucker like Brock Sampson, like the whole way. I mean, the whole way through was just like grab a thing, put it in my mouth, bite its head off, throw the thing to the ground. Like, I mean, that's how I played this character. Not careful at all.
You usually Mr. Because if you had a class, you are a wizard. You are preparation,
cautious,
everything. Yeah,
overthink things for sure. You know, that's my personality. Like, so it was really fun to play this character where it was just like, fuck it. And it's at one point in that game, I said in character, the world is ending anyway. What do I care?
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know, it kind of like embodies that, like, you know, that like nerd fantasy of like, and I think like Patton Oswalt has that thing where like all nerds, like, what is it? Hope for the zombie apocalypse, or they're into zombies, spaceships, or something else.
Yeah.
But like, it reminds me of like, I don't know, that fantasy of being like, yeah, this is like, if the world is fucking ending, like, why not? Like,
be bestial.
Yeah.
I don't know. When you said that, it's made me think of whenever. This is a weird allegory. You remember Alec Baldwin talking about playing Jack Donaghy on 30 Rock?
Really?
And he was like,
Love
Jack
30 Rock.
Donaghy is the polar opposite of me in every way. And that's why it was so fun to be Jack Donaghy.
Yeah, I bet.
Yep.
And see, what's weird is I've probably seen Alec Baldwin the most in 30 Rock.
Yep.
So to me, it's hard for me to like see Alec Baldwin now, which is odd because I grew up, you know, as a kid in the 80s.
Yeah.
And it's like, but still, I liked fun movies, not boring movies, which Alec Baldwin was normally in.
That's true.
I mean, when you're like 9.
Yep.
But yeah, dude.
I can't think of an Alec Baldwin movie that I've seen recently. The only thing, oddly enough, because I remember somebody made a reference to it, so I went and watched the speech he's in for like 5 minutes in Glengarry Glen Ross.
Oh yeah,
that he won like
which
he got
I've never
nominated
seen
for an Oscar for. I've just seen that clip.
Yeah, is
so
that the always be closing, like coffees for closers?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
That's why, and then that's why I was like, I totally Slumdog Millionaired Champ or Chump in the movie section because it was just
killed the movie
it was
section,
just shit
dude.
like that. Like he asked that
God.
over the one scene I've seen one time because I was curious about it, and every movie, like, Melissa made me watch when Harry Met Sally, that speech, because she was like, I love this part. Like, so it was just weird that he picked the things. It was absolutely a Slumdog really sort of thing.
Man, I fucking loved the game. It was fantastic. Like I want to play more of it, and it's like I had so much fun that like when I got to the end of it, I was questioning whether or not I played the game right. And then because it's like, was this supposed to be more like doom and gloom? Because it's like I went full bestial. Yeah. And but then I had to be like, no, this is like, it's a game. You're supposed to have fun.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's true.
That's the point. But yeah, dude, it was a lot of fun. Highly recommend.
So we should do one for the show.
We should do one for the show.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sounds good.
Yes. I would be very excited to do that.
Okay. I'm down. Yeah, this weekend, I played a little bit of Borderlands 3 and contemplated, like, fuck, do I want to try to play more Borderlands 3 and finish it? Because, man, when Rogue Legacy 2 drops, I really want to start on Rogue Legacy 2.
When's that coming out?
The 18th
of September?
August.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
It got delayed to the 18th of August.
Yeah, okay. How much is it? Do you know? Do you recall?
I don't know.
Yeah, all right. I'm going to look that up real quick. Because I want to buy that too.
Fuck yes.
Even though it looks like, it doesn't, from the trailer, it doesn't look like a huge upgrade from Rogue Legacy.
And
like
you know
it looks right.
I'm fine with that.
I agree.
Just like if they made like more Final Fantasy VI and it was like just more of the same. All right, sure, yes.
Yeah, and
I would like 2 servings of mashed potatoes, please. So yeah, whenever I watched the trailer, I was like, God, I'm so ready for it. What is that? Oh my God, that's actually pretty soon.
Yeah, man, August 18th. You're right. People also search for Cassette Beasts. That sounds like a cool game. That game sounds beast.
Oh God, I fucking forgot about that. Because man, I didn't think much of it when I came over to your house and saw you playing Rogue Legacy. And I was like, oh, that looks pretty good. All right. And then I got it on a whim and played it and was just like, oh my God, I love this game so fucking much.
Yeah, no, I remember you played it a lot, and that made me happy.
Oh,
because,
man, played the shit out of it.
Because I also played the shit out of it. Like, it was fun, like, playing a game with you, like, not co-op, but just, like, simultaneously.
Yeah, we both loved it. You could talk about like we were in the playground.
Yes, over a long period of time, yeah. Because
one of the few Steam games I platinumed, so...
Wow, you platinumed that.
Yeah, until they released all the challenge bosses, those were not fun for me. Like, you just had a shitty build with weird powers on a very difficult boss. It's just like, all right, this is not what the game was for me. I don't have to get these new achievements.
Was it because you like the progression part of it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Progression and the seeking out, the treasure finding, the unlocking, the finding out what you'd like as a class. Yeah, so just being stuck in a room with a weird class that you don't get to really play much as. You just fight the boss as this specific class and like it.
Looks like, according to Eurogamer.net, it's going to be $19.99 at launch, which is great.
Damn,
$20.
Hell yeah. Yeah, that's fucking spot on.
I don't know if that's true or not. The reason I made sure to cite my source was because it's like, Rogue Legacy 2, when I look on Steam, I don't see a price. I just see notify me when it's available for purchase kind of deal.
Yeah. No, so after Borderlands 3, it will be Rogue Legacy 2. After Rogue Legacy 2, hopefully Outer Worlds is out on Steam, and I'll pick that up and play through that. I was going to get it on the Switch, but then I've read nothing but horrible reviews about it on the Switch.
What's wrong with it on the Switch?
Just that it has trouble dealing with it.
Really?
Maybe the Switch just isn't really quite the system for it. They had to tone things down a lot. Yeah. It just kind of chugs. The combat isn't very fluid. Like, the game supposedly is like a lot of fun, but has flaws that are only magnified.
I mean, I could see
Switch.
It, like a current gen console, like a game that was intended for a current gen console, like, which, I mean, I don't consider Nintendo consoles to ever be current gen.
Oh, no.
You know what I mean?
That's their thing.
Like, yeah. It's like, just because they're out with the current gen consoles doesn't necessarily mean that they are a current gen console. They're their own thing.
Yep, 100%.
Which I think is smart, honestly.
Yeah, genius is born out of a box. You're confined. You have to think your way out of it, and that drives innovation. So
you know what I think that they should get into? Playing cards.
Oh, fuck yeah, man!
Wouldn't that be amazing?
Fuck yes, man!
If they did playing cards,
Nintendo playing cards, I'd be all over that.
Nintendo playing cards. Can you imagine a world?
Shit.
I definitely want to get in before anyone sends any of us a message. We know. We know. We're fucking with you. We know.
Man, in this age of Corona where we can't really see movies like we did, I mean, what if we could go out to like a sort of a box with goggles? We put like a nickel in, and then see our own personal movie by like turning a knob so it's like at our own pace.
Oh man, that sounds like it would be so great.
I mean, Nickelodeon's taken those. So I don't know what the fuck they'd call it.
Fuck.
That's a coronavirus gives the Nickelodeon a comeback.
No, I don't know, man. You'd have to have one installed in your home. That would be a pain. Your homeowner's insurance is going to go up.
That's true. You had to be connected. A 1 gig fiber to get to keep everything rolling the way it should. What's that package over there?
Oh, I got a package over here.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man, did you notice the bulge?
And also the package.
Thanks, man.
Oh, look at that package over there.
Yeah, we got a package here, which I pre-opened, but I'll let you see what I see.
I thought those were Super Nintendo games.
And they look like games in here.
Nice.
There's also I have a closer look than you do.
Mm-hmm. And also I don't have my glasses on.
So you're correct. 2 out of 3 of these games are Super Nintendo games. Another one, though, is the dreaded fucking N64 game.
Superman 64?
No. Just an N64 game. It's not a Super Nintendo game.
Oh, okay.
I just wanted to slam the N64 a little bit.
Oh, fuck yeah. It deserves it.
Again.
Right in its empty disk drive.
All right, we got a letter. You normally do that. You want to read it?
No, you go ahead and read it.
All
It's
right.
cool.
Okay. It's long, though.
Yeah. So's the letter.
Okay. All right. And wet, too.
Oh, man.
The letter reads, "Hi, Tyler and Dave, period. Long-time listener here, with my first episode being Final Fight."
Shit.
Which is a very long-time listener.
Yeah, so the second episode.
The second, honestly, the first real episode.
First real episode, yeah.
Not to shit on our actual first episode, but...
Yeah, we were nervous and both under the effects of substances because of said nerves for 20 minutes talking about I don't know where we found that game.
Yeah, I think I saw it on Reddit, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, Street Fighter. I can't even remember what it was. Street Fighter?
X-Men versus... Mega Man versus Street Fighter?
I don't know what it was.
Mega Man X Street Fighter, I think that's what it was.
That's probably what it was. I mean, what do you expect me to know about? A tadpog?
That was 569 episodes ago.
You expect me to know anything about our own show?
Not that long ago.
You know what I think is really cool? And this is what I think is really cool. I honestly couldn't remember the name of that game, but there are listeners of ours who know.
That's true.
You know what I mean? And it's like...
Thank you, Phil. And Paul.
And Graham.
I'm not going to specify which Paul because they're all there.
they're all Pauls, actually.
Yep.
Is what we're going to find out. Is that both you and I have been in some kind of deluxe Truman show where everyone else in the world is named Paul and we just don't know it.
It's true.
It's been hidden from us for years because no one wanted our feelings hurt that we were not named Paul.
It's true. Pauls are all our constants.
The name of that show is Not All Pauls, and we're the Not Pauls.
Perfect.
Get it? That's pretty good, right? Okay.
So our next show will be called Not Pauls.
Not Pauls. All right, everybody, I feel like we've had a good show tonight. I want to get out on a high note, so thanks for listening. Play these games. Play these Super Nintendo games.
Yep, they're good.
Battle Clash and the other one. It's also very good, but it has a horrible name. Matt continues. Spoilers. This is sent in by Matt. Matt, also a Patreon donor. Matt continues. Man, that was a long time ago.
Yep.
I was worried that sentence was going to lead to a tangent as well, because I almost got right back on. Like, it was a long. That was a long time ago, Tyler.
Like almost 8 years ago. 8 years ago in December.
Tyler, I think what we should do is, and we've joked about this in the past. I don't know why I'm channeling Shake, kind of.
Thank you guys. You know what we need to do?
We do need to go back and listen to our first episode. Like, that has to be an anniversary episode.
Listen to it and give commentary
Listen
over
to it and give commentary over it.
Yeah.
And just fucking cringe. Because that is going to be.
Oh, you're right.
That is going to be some cringy ass shit.
Yep. I agree 110%.
So the question is, when should we do it?
Are you gonna do it tomorrow?
No. It needs to be like an anniversary thing. It needs to be like a big thing.
Tomorrow's my anniversary or something.
Yeah. Is it?
I can find it.
That's funny. Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary to you.
Let's see. Matt continues. You know how I was joking about how that sentence was going to get us off on a tangent?
Yep.
And then it did.
Yep.
I think that's really funny. And we totally intended to do it that way.
How meta.
You guys sad about community being gone? Well, we're pretty much the new community.
Yep.
All meta all the time.
Nothing but Chevys.
Let's see. Matt continues. As someone who spent an inordinate amount of time playing Super Nintendo as a kid and now doesn't take the time to play as an adult, I love listening to you guys' take on any Super Nintendo game, no matter how crummy.
All right. I appreciate that.
You're playing all these games so I don't have to.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for doing that.
Yep.
I have no hot foods to send in. Since you guys collected SNES games, though, here are some I had lying around. Also, speaking of hot foods, I got to be honest with you, I'm kind of relieved I didn't walk in with and see those fucking Carolina Reaper peppers that your brother grew sitting on the table.
Ooh.
Like, I was worried I was going to have to do that today.
Oh, fuck no. Fuck no.
Not with this heat index.
No, once it chills down. Although I do have a video of my dad tasting a sliver of one.
I want to see it. I know you. I heard it the other day when you were watching it.
Yeah.
I want to see it. How did he allow himself to be recorded?
Yeah, he normally hates that, so I don't
mean,
know.
that's rare in itself. Can we sell your dad's video on
OnlyFans? My dad has an OnlyFans. He doesn't know he's recorded. He doesn't know he has one. Randy's voyeur OnlyFans.
Oh my God. And it's just videos of him like just doing normal things in the house. It's like 2 minutes of him like walking from one room
This
to
is
another
someone's
room.
fetish. Him sitting in his underwear in a chair eating like the bread stuffed in a glass of milk with a spoon. Only on Randy's OnlyFans.
Well, who said OnlyFans is strictly pornographic, right?
True.
Couldn't you sell any content there?
One of the biggest Pornhub channels is that one really nice guy who doesn't do anything pornographic. It seems like Ryan something.
Weird. I don't know about that one.
What is it like? Ryan holds doors open for hot MILFs, almost gets caught. It's just him like opening the door for people.
That's hilarious.
Ryan cleans the casting couch and he's just like sanitizing the casting couch.
Okay, that's nice because the titles let me know that he's joking.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I think if I stumbled upon that randomly on Pornhub, I'd be like, what is going on here?
It's like Ryan encourages you to listen to the JOI you paid for. It's like shit like that.
Hi, did you know that we also have many paid videos here on this site? All right, Matt continues. So no spicy things to send in. That's fine. So he sent in games instead that he had lying around. I wish I'd saved some of those other crummy games I used to have, like Tony Miola's Sidekicks Soccer.
Oh, shit.
Sidekicks Soccer? Do you think it had Chuck Norris and Jonathan
Brandis? That's a soccer game I can get behind.
Yes. Did you know that for one summer, if you subscribed to Cinemax, they sent you that game for free?
Sweet. Perfect.
Let's see. Or Firepower
Our
2000.
Cinemax Summer Super Nintendo deal.
Yes. It's Cine Super. Here at
Cinema
Cinemax,
Soups.
we've taken the Max to the Super, or it should be the Super to the Max.
Super to the Max.
So it should be Max Nintendo.
Yep.
That it is. Here at Nintendo, we took
Cinemax in the early 90s. Get back to us.
Do you like Chuck Norris?
And Hotel Erotica? All right.
Then you're going to love Max Nintendo. Now you're playing with power. Max power. Matt continues. This is like, okay, so I'm so sweaty. You know how earlier I was like, when I walked in here, I was like, no, it's not hot at all. Now I'm so sweaty.
When I handed you back the Super Nintendo, you couldn't hardly keep on your shoulder from all my
Super
sweat.
Scope was just like, it was like, oh my God, this is a
Is this
Super
gross,
Boy.
Dave? Here's a wet Super Scope.
But weird, that's not the first time I've heard that.
It's not the battery dying. I killed it with all my sweat.
The Super Scope that Grimm sent in, which, by the way, anytime we do a Super Scope episode, I want to remind ourselves that Grimm sent that in. That was super awesome.
If not for Glim,
that was my character.
Grim.
Yeah.
If not for Grim, then I would not have gotten to enjoy Falcon's Revenge. It is I am extremely grateful for the experience.
Yeah, me too. Totally. Absolutely. I love this Super Scope. I love that, because I never got to play any of these games. And I always was curious.
I only
what they were
played the
about.
one, and I had a Super Scope.
But anyway, Matt's letter is getting soggy because I'm so sweaty. That's what I'm saying. Firepower 2000, are you familiar with that one?
No.
Yeah, me neither. Is that the one where you're playing as a firefighter?
Probably.
Isn't there a game? There is one of those, right? On the Super
Or
Nintendo?
your Rob Zombie's son, Power Man 9000 as a firefighter.
As Flower Mario.
Perfect.
So Matt says, I could have sent them to you too. Well, send them on, baby. If you don't want them, I'm sure as fuck take them. Let's see. Matt says, I don't do Twitch or Facebook or any of the other ways to interact with you guys. You guys say you like feedback, though, so here goes.
Okay.
Here are Matt's list of grievances. It's Festivus. Happy Festivus. I got a lot of problems with your podcast. Number one, I wholeheartedly support your going through the entire Super Nintendo catalog and will listen to every single episode, even if you won't hit some of my favorite obscure games until 10 years from now.
Yeah.
Number two, I'm still disappointed you guys weren't actually sponsored by Mondo. Do you remember that shit?
Yeah, dude.
I had never even heard of Mondo, so that added to the uniqueness of your podcast. All right. So this is a roadmap.
About to say, yeah, he's been...
This is a roadmap.
One of my favorite pictures on the Facebook group is you holding up a Mondo in a picture and then very skinny me in a hoodie petting Ein in the background.
Dog. Yeah, man. That is it's moments like those that remind me that it's like, oh, fuck, man, we're dying pretty fast over here, you know?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's just any day. You know? It's like, it's weird because that feels like it was just yesterday.
Our pets are gone and we've procreated and we're
all
dying.
since that moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It's fucked up, man. Anyway. So Matt, what this is this is like the map they get in City Slickers 2. And this is our map to, if we ever want to do a classic TADPOG revival, this is the roadmap to it. Mondo, we gotta honestly get Mondo now. We have to get a real Mondo sponsorship, or this podcast
Mondo
is not
and
legitimate.
Taco John's used to donate to our Patreon.
That could not be verified whether that was real. It has to be real, and it
could not be verified.
No, it needs to be you and me holding a giant check, shaking the hand with Mr. Mondo.
With Charles Mondo.
Who has his own theme song created. I'm down. I say that should be our goal. Do you remember when the show used to be like this all the time?
Yeah. The so-called much heralded classic TADPOG.
And I'm sorry that it's happening on a game that I legitimately like and probably would love to talk about.
That's fine.
Sorry, let me continue. Number 3. Matt continues, I left a 5-star review on iTunes probably 6 years ago, and you still haven't done Bassin's Black Bass.
Nope.
We said that we
You
would get
streamed
to it
Yeah.
eventually.
We're going to.
I'm also waiting for you guys to get to Biker Mice from Mars. I've played that
Okay.
one on
All
stream
right.
before.
Yeah.
Dragon View, which I've never heard of.
Yeah, I never heard of that.
And if you're ever up to veering off to it, Secret of Mana 2. I'm down to try Secret of Mana 2. I have the collection. I bought that collection on Switch, and it's like, well, this will look nice in cellophane forever, and I put it on the shelf. It was one of those where
Is
it's
that
like,
a ROM hack or a legit like Japanese import?
no, it's a legit, like a Switch game. It's on cart if you want. You can probably, I'm sure you can get it digital.
But to say stuff like that would be a good series to do, like that and Terranigma and the shit. Like,
Yeah, and there's a Kunio-kun game that came out for the Super Nintendo, which was like the predecessor, kind of, sort of, to River City Ransom that like didn't come out here.
oh, okay.
I really want to play that. I haven't looked for a translated ROM. I hope there's one. But anyway, all right.
Yeah.
We continue.
Wipe the sweat off the paper.
Back to the map. Number 4. I listen to every episode about a Nintendo or Sega Genesis game, even if I know the game is awful. Number 5. I may not be your ideal demographic because due to the bawdiness of your humor, I can't listen to you where my wife and kids can hear.
That's perfect.
Yeah, and like that's like, did I tell this story in the show? I can't remember. Where Henry was like, "Can I listen to your podcast?" have I mentioned that to you yet? Oh
no.
shit! Yeah, it was during a tuck in. I was tucking him in, and I was like, it was on a Sunday when I was going to stream, and so like we're tucking him in, and he goes, "Dad, can I listen to your podcast?" And it was like, no.
We have one clean
No.
episode he could listen to
Which is the clean episode?
where we talk about board games with Wiley and Laura.
Is that completely clean?
I believe it is completely clean.
All right.
I mean, I kept falling asleep, so I couldn't.
Yeah.
I couldn't get dirty. But I remember, like Jacob listening, and was like, "Man, that was a fucking clean show."
Yeah, all right. I guess it makes sense, I guess. You know,
Yeah.
when you're asleep, I don't want to swear around Wiley and Laura. But when you're awake, I'm like, Tyler will back me up. If I step out of line with these curse words, Tyler will back me up.
He'll boost as fuck.
All right, next one, number
Make
5.
a fucking dual tech out of fucking.
I may not. Oh, sorry, we already did that. Number 6. I'm sorry, we didn't finish number 5. He says, I get it, though. This means that I listen to you guys a lot while working in the garage or doing yard work. Perfectly acceptable, excellent times to listen to a podcast.
Pretty much when I listen to
Yeah.
podcasts as
Yeah.
well.
Number 6, I need more quiet yard work is the problem. My fucking mower is like too loud. Like if I put earbuds in and crank up the volume, it's just like, well, I'm destroying my
Noise
my ears.
canceling over the ear headphones.
Oh God, but those are gonna be so fucking hot. No, I'd rather just free ball it, man. Free lobe it. Number 6. If I ever visit or drive through Paducah, I feel like I have to stop at Taco John's just to understand more of what y'all are talking about.
Taco John's and Chong's.
Taco John's, yeah. I remember when Pinball Archmage, Chris Edler, congratulations on your wedding. He was in town. He wanted to eat at Taco John's. And it's like, yeah, let's fucking eat at Taco John's.
We went there with Joe.
Yep. Yep, we sure did. Who else have we
with
gone?
the Websters.
The Websters. Are those our only Taco John's friends?
I was about to say, because when Paul and Chandra are here,
I was just thinking, like, did we ever eat at Taco John's with Paul and Chandra?
don't
But
think we
also,
did.
it's probably not a novelty to people who are that close
that's
to
true.
us.
They're pretty close.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But anyway, Taco John's.
And Chandra would just consider it a front to Mexican. So
Well, I mean, yeah, as all.
it is.
Yeah,
but
right. I get that.
you mean y'all don't have coin-shaped tater tots down in Mexico
They are like doubloons.
with like salt, really weird ass salty cinnamon on them? You don't have that?
I do like that seasoning on those fucking Taco John's,
yeah.
though, dude. It's like perfect for like, just one more. Just one more of those.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
they're
man.
so good. And they don't have churros anymore. I was sad because like the other day I ordered a churro and the person was like, we have churro bites. Like I like offended them or something. Like,
Well, then fucking glue some together and give me a goddamn churro. Or I'll tweet at John himself. Taco John Leguizamo.
ooh. I got really paranoid that my volume was super low there for a minute because I was like, I'm having too good of a time recording this that there's no way.
Something is fucked up somewhere.
Something is wrong. It's like I'm the dude and pushing up daisies, and it's like, oh, I just killed my best friend by bringing this rando to life.
Pushing daisies.
Oh, what's the pushing? Oh, not pushing up daisies.
Not pushing up
It's a
daisies.
play on pushing up
Right.
daisies. I got
There you
you.
go.
Pushing daisies.
Pushing daisies.
Is the lady's name Daisy? Because that's gross.
I don't think it is. And I thought it was Zooey Deschanel, but I don't think it is.
Really? What show was she? New Girl? Was that her?
New Girl's so good.
Yeah, I remember you telling me New Girl
Fuck.
was good. I watched a few episodes. Nikki liked it a lot. I liked it too, but it wasn't like, I don't know, man.
Nick from New Girl is probably one of my favorite, more modern sitcom characters. I think
Really?
Nick is fantastic. Yeah. Just like who else would I say? Like characters that stand out to me as like, man, it's a good fucking character. Number one,
Wow.
Louis De Palma. Number one. Like amazing, brilliant character stands out and
I
makes
agree.
the show.
Yeah, totally. I don't know about makes the show.
Well, you have to have like
Like if you remove a lot of people, a lot of that cast, anyone from that cast could potentially break that show.
That's true.
I honestly do think that. But no, I agree with
Yeah.
I agree with him on the list for sure.
Richard from Carolina in the City. I loved Richard.
See, I didn't watch all of Carolina in the
God,
City.
I fucking love Carolina in the City.
I vaguely remember the Panera style intro to the show. That's the only way I can describe it. Like if Panera was a sitcom, that's what it would look like.
You're probably right.
Carolina in the City.
Dr. Cox from Scrubs.
Yes. But yeah, I was about to say, but Scrubs is another one of those shows where you can't remove any of the cast. You totally can, and it still works. It happened.
Trying to say what are some other. I mean, I can't pick any one out of like say Malcolm in the Middle. They're all. Malcolm is my least favorite character in Malcolm in the Middle. Everybody else I absolutely adore.
Is it supposed to be that way?
I guess so. Maybe.
Or are you supposed to relate to Malcolm?
Maybe you're supposed to relate to Malcolm a little bit.
I honestly
Despite
don't
the
know.
fact he's the super genius, but he's still like awkward in his genius.
That was a show that I honestly, when it was current, I watched, but I never really got it. Do you know what I mean? Like it didn't like, I thought it was funny, but I don't know. I think I missed some of the jokes and stuff. Like I think it was just, I don't know, man. There was something about it. Nikki and I rewatched it like later on in her life, and it was like, oh yeah, this is a good fucking show.
Oh God,
that's like a really,
yes.
really good fucking show. But like, I don't know. I was just a dumb kid, I guess, when it came out.
Yeah. I can say I didn't watch it when it was actually on TV. I watched it all in rerun. I watched pretty much the entirety of it at Sullivan. So 2006, 2008, I watched all of it.
Can we officially dub this year 2020? Life is unfair.
Nice.
Let's see. Matt continues. Man, we got there from Taco John's. It's number 7. Can we just call this episode Matt's Letter?
Matt, about to say, because we are 48 minutes in.
Let's do that.
Matt.
Do you want to do that? Let's do that.
Wait, we did say how much we love this game already.
Let's do this next week.
We can talk about the game after the letter. I think we can do it.
Oh
I think we can do it.
man, you don't want to do you don't want to do a throwaway?
If we hit an hour and a half and we're still on Matt's letter, then yes.
Challenge accepted. Should have read the letter, man.
He's got 96 points to go through.
Matt continues. Number 84. Let's see. All right, Taco John's. Number 7. To me, the funniest thing you guys have done that I listened to was having Ian read some letter in his Civil War soldier voice.
John's letter from Basic.
John's letter to Ian, yeah. I helped John move on Sunday. And boy, I told him, I was like, man, I really appreciate the way you asked me if I'd help you move. And I was like, because like what a lot of people do, I found like at this stage in our lives is like, we're like, yeah, we're going to be moving on Saturday. And just kind of like leave that there. Like, well, I'm not asking anyone here to volunteer, but I am expecting you all to.
Yep.
And I told John, I was like, I loved it because you would just sent me a text message. It's like, I'm moving on Sunday. Can you help? It's like, yep. What time?
Yeah. Not going to say no.
Right. And honestly, John's actually one of those dudes where I almost even put in, I really don't want to, but yes, I will.
Of course, I don't want to.
Right.
But I love
of course.
so
Yes, right, exactly. Because like John is like that level of friend, where it's just like, he gets me. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like there's no world where it's like, man, I bet Dave is fucking itching to pick up heavy shit.
He probably, I know what he loves to do on a Sunday.
But I was like, like when I left, I was like, I told Nikki, she was like, all right, good luck, whatever. And I was like, man, this is actually probably going to be a shitload of fun. And it was because like John had other people there that I hadn't seen in a really long time. So it was a lot of fun. Like it was a weird, it was the most hangout of a move I think I've ever
like the last episode of a sitcom.
It kind of was like the last episode of a sitcom, and John even had like on his wall like the heights of his kids, right? That's a perfect like sitcom set. It very much was.
True, yeah.
And then I thought it was weird that when we were done moving, John made us all leave before him, and then like he closed the door behind him, and then he walked back in, turned the lights on. He just gave it all like one big look. That took like 20 seconds, and then like he turned the light off, and then credits rolled. It was weird.
It was like goodbye house.
Yeah. I don't remember the content, continues Matt. It might have been a letter from John Turley, spelling, which, you conveyed it, but John as a no H John. I don't know if that's a true John or if that's an imposter.
I feel like
heretic John.
That's the least lesser common of John.
So it's probably the heretic
H-less.
John.
I could also see it being the OG John.
Probably is the. Ugh, that's a tough one.
Or are we getting like more flowery English? Like the John actually has two H's and an E.
Yeah. Huh. I'm interested in this. John, let us know about your name.
Any linguists out there, let us know.
Yes, Matt was correct. It was when John was going through basic training. I don't laugh much out loud, but that one had me cracking up so much, I had to pause the podcast. Number 8, one last reason you guys are the best is you let me relive my childhood days, but through adult eyes. This is great, even when you crap on games I liked as a kid, like Stargate. Man.
Yeah, you were a kid.
Yes, right, exactly. Yes, you were a kid. He continues, which after listening to your episode on it, made me realize that, yeah, it wasn't so great after all. So anyway, thanks so much for your podcast and keep it up. Matt, also a Patreon donor. And then he gives his email address that I am not going to give out.
All right, that's ours.
That is ours to keep. Matt, that was a nice letter. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes.
I tried to make it a Matt's letter episode, dude. I tried really hard. I feel like
next time he should try harder and make it longer.
Look, man.
Send us back a 100-point review.
Only Matt.
Matt.
This is a call out to only Matt.
Only that Matt.
Only that Matt, which is now his title.
I heard Matt Cowan just like getting at a typewriter and be like, fuck yeah.
Only that Matt is now this person's title.
Only that Matt.
Only that Matt.
Yep.
Congratulations on your title. Now I don't feel bad that I didn't make this your episode because this guy has been listening since episode 2.
Oh, that's true. Damn.
Back when we were babies. Here are the games. I'll start with the N64 game. One that I've actually, honestly...
We were both in our 20s 8 years ago, right?
No. No.
Well, you were like maybe like 30 or 31.
I was 30, yeah. I was 31 when we started the podcast, though, because it was after my birthday.
Well, when you thought up the idea, you were probably 29.
Yeah, all right. Well, thanks, I guess. Why do you ask?
I don't know. I just think it'd be cool if we were both in our 20s.
Oh, I see. Oh, you mean for like our future biographies?
Yeah.
Like Tyler, Dave in their 20s,
They
conceptualized.
started in their 20s.
and built their way up, collecting every Super Nintendo game by begging for them on their podcast.
They both GM'd begging and begged their way and traded to every Super Nintendo game.
By the way, in Ultima Online, I'm like 2,000 iron ingots away from like being able to GM tinkering.
Nice.
Which I just say that based on random information I found on the internet because it's like, you know me, I'm the kind of guy.
People wouldn't lie on the internet.
Nah,
That's
they're
how
all
resurrected General Leo.
You're right. They're all trustworthy fellows on the internet. But it's like, I'm the kind of person where it's like, okay, I'll read a thing and then like, okay, so I need 85,000 ingots to GM tinkering. Well, I guess the smart thing to do is just mine it all at once.
Go ahead and do it and sit down like
right. Instead of like
when you eat a meal, do you eat one entire thing at a time?
Typically, I force myself to eat other things.
But if you didn't, you would just eat one thing till it was gone.
Maybe I shouldn't force myself to do that and actually enjoy what I'm eating.
You be you.
Yeah, because I do. It's like
I see you eat every one of your fries first.
Yeah, but that one I can't really.
That's because of your dad, though.
You know what? It used to be, but I was thinking about it the other day when I was eating fries out of a container that was still inside the fast food bag. I was like, I think I've reached a point in my life where I just eat them first because they're there. I don't have to unwrap them. You know what I mean? It's
you don't necessarily have to like dress them up.
No.
It's easy.
I can eat this in the car.
There.
These will be gone by the time I get home. When I get home, I'll eat the chicken sandwich. Then I'll masturbate for 3 hours, and then it'll be done. Then we can wake up tomorrow.
And that's a Tuesday.
Right. A Taco Tuesday.
What's Wednesday? The same thing, but with a hamburger.
I like how you said hamburger there. I do. That was the icing on the cake. That was funny. Castlevania Legacy of Darkness for the N64.
Oh shit, is this the second one? All right.
I think that it is because there were two, right?
Yeah.
I haven't played this. I've seen it streamed a little bit.
Yeah.
There are also the two Super Nintendo games. Paperboy 2.
Nice. All right.
Which I've never
played. Do
played.
you have that? Okay.
No. And this is funny. True Lies.
All right, there we go.
True Lies, the game of the month on the TADPOG
Both
Discord.
games you don't have in your collection?
I don't have either of these games.
Hell yeah.
Would you like to trade me one Castlevania? You can take the Castlevania.
I would like to give you all three.
That's nice of you. That's super nice. Why?
You have a personal investment and I don't.
Well, okay. All right. I
have a small collection of games, but it's really just random shit I found. So
those are cool collections.
You have a seeking vested interest in collecting Super Nintendo games, and I support that.
I do. I just need to get once everything is kind of normal. I want to get back on that because it's like I almost bought Metal Clash. Falcon's Revenge. No, yeah. Metal Combat.
Metal
Falcon's
Combat.
Battle Clash. That's what's hard about these names.
Yep.
I almost bought both of those games because I was like, man, these games were
probably pretty cheap, I'd imagine.
When we started, I know. Tyler, how much do you think this game is loose? In 2012, when we started this podcast, it was 88 cents. Both of these games were like 88 fucking cents.
Yeah, because you can't fucking play them on anything.
Right, because it's like you
as a
need
collector,
a Super
it's
Scope.
like you can't fucking play them.
Yeah, totally.
You gotta have your CRTV. You gotta have the Super Scope in good condition.
Yep.
Not missing its eyepiece. Yeah, these games are fucking super hard to play.
They are. They're super hard to play. Well, they're super hard to get to the point where you can play them.
Yeah, that's true. They're very easy to sit down and play once you start, but it's like they are not fries straight out of the bag. They are.
No, they're not.
They are a chicken sandwich that needs all the condiments you have at home.
They're more. Yes. All right. That's good.
And somewhere at the grocery store, you have to make a special trip out.
It is
get the special mustard that's really good on this chicken sandwich.
It's not. All right. I love that analogy, but I think I may have a better one.
Okay.
It's not the chicken sandwich that's wrapped up. It's the salad that has the dressing, nuts on the side, and a loaded baked potato that needs the sour cream put on it. Mm-hmm. That's kind of how the Super Scope is, I think.
And they're added potatoes.
Yep, very much. You ready to talk about the games then?
Yeah. You hear that, Dave?
I do. It sounds like so many potatoes being baked alive.
I do love a good baked potato.
That's how the baked potatoes taste the best, when they're baked alive.
Yes, fuck them.
They're alive when they're baked, right? Because, I mean, I've left them in the fucking cabinet before, and they've, like, grown those things and shit.
Yes, I guess they're alive.
So it's alive, right? Interesting.
Yes.
I, for one, can't wait until we have Food Slurry, our ethical food source. I don't have to worry about the baked potatoes anymore. Of course I hear that, which ushers in a segment that we like to call Dave Reads from Wikipedia. Okay, guys, Battle Clash is a mecha-themed light gun shooting game produced by Nintendo and Intelligent Systems and released for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System in 1992, which is super fucking early, considering the Super Nintendo came out in like 91. So this is an early fucking game. The game supports the Super Nintendo's light gun, the Super Scope. It was followed by Metal Combat Falcon's Revenge during the following year. Here's the story. In the distant future, Earth lives in chaos, and the only order that rules resides in the battle game, where the winner takes control over the world. So it's kind of like Blitzball.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's like Blitzball. All battles are fought with mechs called standing tanks, STs. A merciless fighter called Anubis eventually becomes the champion of the battle game. Mike Anderson, whose father was, that's probably the name. We can assume we have a listener named Mike Anderson.
Probably, yeah.
I mean, we definitely have a Paul Anderson, and we have a few Mikes.
And a Mike Lanham, yeah.
So
they can fusion dance into Mike Anderson.
But we all know they're all Pauls.
You're damn right they are.
We've seen through the veil. The producers of The Truman Show 2 are going to come in here any moment and kill us with silenced pistols. Mike Anderson, whose father was one of the many victims of the Anubis, refuses to succumb. That's the Egyptian god, Anubis, right?
Egyptian god of death.
Is that the jackal-headed god?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, all right.
I feel like Beerus on Dragon Ball Super is kind of a take on him. The Destroyer God.
Yeah. I think I learned about Dragon Ball Z the perfect way, and that is by not watching it, just hearing about it from friends, and also playing Dragon Ball Z Fighters from time to time.
Yeah.
And it's just like, okay.
I'd still love to watch Dragon Ball Z Abridged on Twitch with you with running commentary.
Yeah,
that'd be so much fun.
I'm just not, I don't know, man. I just like, what I've seen is very funny, but I feel like I'm also...
There are a lot of inside jokes you need to watch.
Right. You got to remember, I'm the guy who, when he wants to GM tinkering, he mines 85,000 ingots instead.
Okay. Please go ahead and watch all of Dragon Ball Z.
That's me in a nutshell. Like, that, just put that on my fucking tombstone. This guy wanted to GM tinkering, but mined 85,000 ingots instead.
He mined 85,000 ingots. And then he died.
Yeah, right. He mined 85,000 ingots and was like, fuck, this game is boring. Log off.
He mined those ingots, got a pair of black sandals, and then he died.
Much like Mike Anderson's dad, because Mike Anderson's dad died to Anubis. To accomplish his revenge, he must first defeat the battle chiefs, Anubis's subordinates. The battle chiefs.
Battle chiefs. Because it is sort of because it's very different from, because we played Falcon's Revenge first.
A long time ago.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and we haven't replayed that. I wanted to, but the Super Scope ran out of battery because it takes batteries.
Yeah, 6 batteries. It is like playing a fucking Game Gear.
Yeah, it takes batteries, and I forgot to bring them over here, and I sent, from the garage, I was like, do you have batteries in there? And he's like, there's a container on the side table. If I have them, they're in there. And it's like, C-cell, C-cell, C-cell. Why do you guys have so many C-cell batteries, man?
Because I accidentally bought 2 packs thinking they were something different.
Yeah. I was first. I was going to be like,
we don't have anything that uses them, so there they sit.
Well, if you had been married in the 90s,
I'll chuck them at dogs. They get in the trash, and that'll be about it.
Get out of here. Yeah. What do you do with them?
So in a container in the garage.
I mean, we've got a bunch.
Hopefully, when it hits 100 out here, they'll just pop.
Yeah. Well, that's taken care of.
Ruin everything. That was a fun Mythbusters.
So the Super Scope ran out of juice about an hour, 30 minutes an hour, somewhere in that range, from playing Battle Clash.
Yeah, you only had 3 left.
Yep, only 3 left to fight. This game is, I told you this when we were playing, I think this game is Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, but with a light gun.
Yep.
Because what you do is you just fight. You fight boss after boss after boss after boss after boss, and that's what you do in Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, right? And it's like you need to learn the opponent's ticks and stuff like that to take advantage of them. The only
different kind of weak spots, different tactics. They move differently. Some are quick, poorly armored. Others are heavy, slow. You're gonna blast shit out of them, but they have tons of armor. You got to make sure you're hitting the exact perfect spot.
Yep. Yeah, aim is really important, which I guess it should be in a light gun game, but it feels like in these 2 games, it is more important than like in other Super Scope games. Like it's way more important than it was in Yoshi's Safari that we just played. I mean, it's like, aiming's important, but I feel like you need to be more precise in Battle Clash and Metal Combat. Falcon's Revenge.
Yeah.
I swear, these names are horrible.
They're
horrible names. They're generic, dude.
Yep.
They are just generic names.
I remember seeing Battle Clash, like a TV commercial for it, and wanting it. I was like, that looks awesome. Never heard of. I think I saw maybe Falcon's Revenge in passing, but didn't know what it was. Wouldn't have thought that was the sequel. Like, had no idea what these games were about. They were they're so good, but they were fucking poorly marketed.
And it's like, I wouldn't know like that it was a sequel. And it's like, I know that it's like with the sequel titling, like a lot of times you don't want to put 2 in it, where it's like BioShock, for example, BioShock Infinite. Like you don't want that to be BioShock 2 or BioShock 3. You know what I mean? You don't want it to be, but you want people to know, hey, this is part of that series that you love. So I get that it's tough to name games, but it's like, fuck, man. I have a feeling that Battle Clash wasn't even successful enough for them to assume that people would know that Falcon's Revenge was a sequel.
And Falcon's Revenge is USA exclusive. Like,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, because the Super Scope fucking bombed in Japan hard.
Yeah. Well, I knew that it was in Japan. It came out later than it premiered in the United States.
Yeah, and I would have figured with like the craze over Gundams and shit, like it would have been big. Like, okay, Yoshi's Safari, I wanted to see Nintendo get creative with the peripheral.
Yeah.
Battle Clash and Falcon's Revenge are the epitome of how to use the software, how to use this hardware at face value. Like, it makes sense that this bazooka on your shoulder, you become a mech fighting other mechs. That is like the perfect, simplest way to do this. Yeah. And like, here they hit the peak for obvious way to do it.
Yeah. No, I think that's dead on.
Because I mean, and I can't shit on this game. I think both of them are so fucking good. So that saying that is not a criticism. I'm just saying.
No, I know.
The Super Scope is
it's a gun.
Yeah, but what the kids would say, Super Scope is extra. It's so extra.
Oh, man.
Whenever Brainy...
Extra, read all about it. Paperboy 2 is new in town.
Because whenever we handed it to Brainy Jr., she was like, why?
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, it's like we could have handed her like... I'm trying to think of something else that would have gotten that same reaction.
The Virtual Boy, maybe?
No, something that is like a baby doll's head that had been like put on top of like a cactus or something. And it's like, just, here you go.
This is a big toy when we were little.
Right. Why?
Because she played, it's like, okay, that's cool, but why?
It was. It's like when you say it's because it's a toy when we were little, it's like essentially like if someone gave us a loop and a stick.
Yeah.
Why would you play with this?
Yeah. This is really big. And after 10 minutes, my eye hurts. Yeah. Toughen you up.
Sweet, huh?
This is why you'll need glasses.
But it is sweet. I love the Super Scope.
It's very good.
I think it's so much fun, dude.
They could have done, it just kills me that they just, I feel like it just was allowed to die.
Yeah,
no one wanted to fuck with it.
Of course it was.
And I feel like it had so much potential and it was just left to rot on the vine.
Yeah, but I mean, it probably made business sense to do it that way.
Yeah, I mean, I can see where once Nintendo of Japan checks out, like it's dead.
Yeah.
It's gone. Once it failed in Japan, like there was no going forward.
Do you know what this? Do you know what? I love this very much because the English names of these games are so bad. But do you know what the name of Battle Clash was in Japan?
Robot Punch.
Space Bazooka.
That's a very 80s sort of title.
Space Bazooka. I don't even know if it's 80. That's that sounds like when I was a kid and going to yard sales. Like if someone had a big, dirty box of Atari 2600 games, Space Bazooka. It's a green label with like reversed out white letters and like a curly
That is so
Tron
perfect.
font.
You could not.
Space Bazooka.
100 people brainstorming ideas could not have come up with a better description than that. That is perfect.
Send me back in time. I need to pitch this to Atari.
Space Bazooka.
Space Bazooka, guys.
I wanted to end up in weird boxes at yard sales 30 years from now.
Trust me, I know who David Crane is.
Oh, all right.
Huh. I mean, I don't know him.
His name's not on anything. How do you know him? Who are you?
Arrest this man.
The dark wind howls. One of you will soon perish. He's some sort of prophet.
I got to be honest with you. I got to be real with you. If I could be Magus and anyone in this world's story, I would fucking jump on that in a heartbeat. To be like, there was this very eerie child who prophesized the death of one of my loved ones. Like, that just sounds like, how much do I got to pay to like do that? Because that's you don't get that opportunity ever. No matter how hard you try.
Because really, yeah, you go from one bombastic boss fight after the other in Battle Clash.
Right.
Falcon's Revenge is basically that same premise, just built on and improved on in every way.
Yeah.
Battle Clash is the basic charge shot, fighting big monsters. You get a bomb and a shield.
Yeah, and you use your rapid fire, right, as a defensive maneuver to like destroy their incoming shots. And then you kind of like use your charge shots as like
that's how you do
your punches,
damage. Yeah.
essentially. I think you said earlier that some of the bosses, the variety is like some are quick, some have like super high defense, some have like small targets that you have to hit in order to damage them.
Yep.
Some have like they're only vulnerable for a few seconds and you have to be quick. But like what I think is interesting in this game is how this game handles speed, is how fast the screen pans, because it's like when you're fighting a quick enemy, like they're not staying on the screen. Like they're not just going from like the bottom left corner of the screen to like the top right quickly. They're not doing that. They are leaving the screen.
Yeah.
They are so fast that they leave the screen, and then the camera lags behind it to catch up. And I think that is a really, really cool way of communicating that something is fast, because it is literally so fast that you cannot hit it. It is impossible to hit it. It is so fast. And I think that is a very cool
It's very
feeling.
immersive. It is.
Yeah.
It's like watching a Gundam type anime, but you're playing it. Like
and the portraits, man. The portraits are really cool. They gave me that like UN Squadron vibe, where it's like you got these like anime style portraits with dialogue next to it, and all these characters obviously have like loose personalities worked up. It's not generic at all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's got that. It has that Nintendo quality where it's like when they don't half-ass shit, because they didn't half-ass this game or either of these games. I feel like if there were any half measures taken, it was that they didn't expand upon Battle Clash enough and Falcon's Revenge, because they are very, very similar games.
They could have gotten a Gundam license, and I feel like this would have blown up in Japan then.
Yeah, I mean, I would be bummed out if that's how it was, just because like I feel like, not to diss Gundam or anything, because it's like that's a series I would definitely get into if I felt like I could. That to me feels like a very tough one to get into, because it's like,
tough.
What do I start on? I've heard a lot of this is bad, and like even the fans are like, this is bad. But then there are like factions of Gundam fans where it's like, no, these are bad. Like these are the shows that are bad. These are the ones that are good. So it's just like, never mind. I'm gonna stick to the easy ones like Cowboy Bebop, where there's like, I don't know, 12 episodes or something. I watch it and I'm done.
But then, of course, when you go on to then Falcon's Revenge, you have your charge shot, but you can charge it up 3 different levels for increasingly bigger output. There are more weapons. The story is built up a little bit because now you won in the first one. Mike beats Anubis and basically wins its peace across the world. And then you find, okay, well, he comes back in the second one and he's sort of riling up all these other factions, all these peaceful factions you have to mow through. But then the twist is once you finish all of them, okay, well, now you go to the moon.
Right.
Okay, well, I got to find somebody on the moon.
You do go to the moon in Battle Clash, but it like ends there.
Yeah. But not in Falcon's Revenge.
Not in Falcon's Revenge.
It's like, oh shit, motherfucker, you're going to Mars. Mm-hmm. Oh, what's after Mars? Oh, you're going to Jupiter.
My mother just served us 9 pizzas.
Pizza pies. Yeah, because you go to Pluto, and then I feel like then it's something else. It's like maybe it was like a mystery planet or whatever when you fight the final last progenitor or whatever who was behind.
Right.
Because turns out Anubis was a clone of some higher being you have to go fight.
See, you paid attention to the story.
Yeah.
I didn't. And it's like, I think I enjoy story, but I also sometimes just want to, especially, I don't know,
blow
man.
Shit up.
Just blow some shit. Just shoot a thing. You know what I mean?
Because the bosses were bigger. I like the graphics more, the music more. Because the people who made...
In Falcon's Revenge?
Right.
Yeah. I think it looks better. I think the color is better.
Yeah. The people who made both of these games also made Advance Wars, Paper Mario, something else big that I loved. The music composer worked on Smash Brothers Brawl and all sorts of stuff. Like,
oh yeah,
this game has pedigrees out the ass.
Yeah, I didn't say that it was developed by Nintendo Research and Development 1, Intelligent Systems.
Yeah,
I should have said that. Which is, I mean, this is a Nintendo game. You know, like this is a Nintendo game.
So still, even with, I don't know, it's just a good fucking game. I just loved it from start to finish. I was still blown away by how much.
Oh, I thought you said you were sick of the fucking game.
Oh, no. I still love the game.
You love the game.
I love the game. I was just so genuinely, I remember when we were playing it, I was like, man, this is really fucking good.
Yeah, it was really fun. That was a really fun night that we played Falcon's Revenge, watched Tiger King.
Yeah, yep.
And hung out here in the garage.
Yep.
It was a really it was an important night.
Yeah.
It was an important night because
it's
like
college night we've had in a long time.
But it was also important because it's like that was like coronavirus is coming kind of thing.
Yeah,
you know,
I'm living in the garage.
Yeah. So it was just like one of those where it's like, fuck, man. It was like, I don't know. It was nice to have such a normal night when everything seems so weird.
Yep. That's true.
Yeah. So out of the 2 games, Falcon's Revenge would get your recommendation
Absolutely.
over. Yeah,
100%. There's no, I mean, Battle Clash, Falcon's Revenge just improves upon it in every way, and there's almost like no reason. Like if I don't know if I would put both of them on my top 100 because Falcon's Revenge is just so much better.
Yeah, and Falcon's Revenge has a 2-player mode.
Yep, and then the mode, like after you beat it, it tells you how to put in a command to play as like your partner's mech that operates completely differently.
Right.
Because
it
has
Tornado or something like
that. Tornado, piloted by a girl, and she has... Because so normally you have a 3-gauge charge shot. Pretty much. Only instead of a 3-gauge charge shot, she has like a 10-gauge charge shot. That's very, very fast. So she can tear through shit, but she has almost no defense. So
it is Maria.
You have to be on your fucking game, yeah. But then again, you also, Falcon's Revenge had like a burst fire.
It's Richter.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alucard and Richter.
Right. Sorry. I don't know why. Probably because of the N64 games got me thinking about Castlevania all of a sudden.
Dude,
we haven't talked about
planned.
I know. In a long time, we haven't talked about a Castlevania game. Curse of the Moon 2 is out.
Okay.
The 8-bit.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We'll have to talk about that. We'll have to do an episode on that.
I want to pick it up. I haven't yet, but I really want to. I saw someone streaming it the other day, and I was like, fuck, this looks good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We could, that sounds like a good Patreon episode.
I'm down. But the next Patreon episode, definitely, I want to be Phantasmagoria.
Phantasmagoria.
I've been playing that recently, and I got some things to say. I got a lot of problems. I'm gonna let you people know.
I'll
about
write you a
them.
letter. Well, do you have any achievements for Battle Clash and Falcon's Revenge?
I don't.
Let's see.
Falcon Punch.
There we go. All right.
You unlock that by beating Thanatos while donkey punching somebody.
Perfect. Love it.
Just like Thanatos would do. It's like, there can be only one.
That's a total Thanatos move.
Yeah. Also, second achievement, the other guys. In order to unlock the other guys, you play as Tornado, because I find it very weird that in this game you don't play as the main character. You play as like the main character's gunner.
Yeah.
Isn't that so bizarre?
That is true. That's very
Where it's
true.
like,
I forgot
this
about
story's
that.
all about my friend. This story's about my friend. I don't have a name.
But you're helping him.
Right? Yeah, you're like...
You're important.
Yeah, right. You're like Luke Skywalker's gunner on like Hoth that like dies. Like,
You won the bronze medal in the 84 Olympics.
Right? My friend, I'm helping him.
But Battle Clash has one ending, and Falcon's Revenge has like 2 or 3. So I would say the good, the bad, and the ugly. Get all 3 endings in Falcon's Revenge. They're all about basically how you do the final battle, because you're the female co-pilot. Like, she's made out to be like an angel. She saves you from when you're falling. You're fighting a boss who grabs you, and you guys fall to Earth.
Yeah,
and you kill him, but you're stuck in Earth, the biggest pull of Earth's gravity, and you can't break out of it. So she swoops down and saves you. And the final boss basically has her crucified to him across his weak spot. So, like, the bad ending is the easiest ending, where you just blow right through her and blow up the boss. Or, I forget what, like, you damage her but still kill him, or she remains completely untouched and you were able to shoot around her and kill the final boss.
The Virginal Angel.
Yes.
That made me think when you said angel, because, like, you said Gundam earlier, and then now you just said angel, and so those two things made me think of Neon Genesis Evangelion, and like how much fun it would be to play like a light gun game, like set in that in that universe.
Yeah, man.
But which honestly shed more light on. Yeah, Gundam probably would have made a lot of money. That probably would have made them a lot more money.
And some kind of shit, man. A gun game where somebody is in the Super Nintendo driving the car while someone in the Super Scope is fucking blasting their enemies. I don't know, some Desert Strike, but with, that kind of shit. Like that, another way. There's so much cool shit that could have been done with this. It just breaks my heart that it just didn't happen.
I think I might
We get Mario Kart on rails for fucking Yoshi Safari.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, I'm curious now, and I might have mentioned this on Yoshi Safari, I can't remember, but because I'm having one of those deja vu moments where it's like, it'd be cool if there were a bunch of fan-made Super Scope games that we don't know about. That exists.
That's
probably
what I thought. If I was like a billionaire and could just do fun things with money, I'd make a whole bunch of niche Super Scope games.
Wouldn't that? I mean, like, you know what I mean? Like, even as like a hobbyist programmer kind of thing, where it's like, all I'm going to learn how to do is program Super Nintendo games. You know what I mean? Like, but like there probably are fan-made games out there that I kind of think maybe we should check out at some point.
Are there Super Scope ROM hacks that we could?
Yeah, there has to be.
I would hope so.
There has to be.
I think you're right. Let's do that.
All right. Yeah. Cool.
I think we could really do an interesting series over SNES
stuff
ROM
like
hacks.
that. Yeah. Because that's like a whole world that, like,
the Legend of Zelda game, all the Earthbound hacks, the Final Fantasy VI hacks, and shit like that, like where they completely changed the game.
Yeah, and wasn't that your suggestion for like when
if we
chooses?
redraw it, play a hack of it?
Yeah. I think that we should definitely, like, that should be an option on the table.
Okay,
right? Like if it generates Final Fantasy VI, I feel like we would both be on board to check out some ROM hacks.
Because there is a very cool Final Fantasy VI hack I like that divvies up magic by type. So like Strago can only use black magic and gray magic.
Okay.
Realm can only
Gotcha.
use white magic, and it's a level progression.
It kind of
Magicite can make certain effects like stronger. Like I remember they just completely retooled it. And I thought it looked badass.
sounds like they almost made like a class system, kind of.
Yeah, sort
like
of.
a job, not really a job system, but truly a class
Yeah.
system where it's like this character doesn't have this character doesn't have this kind of deal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So
it's
it makes them all unique and not just Ultima machines.
Get right. Yeah, exactly. Which is what you do in that game.
That's just how you end up.
That's how you do. Right. Yeah.
That's part of the appeal that I want to do on that Final Fantasy VI challenge where I just ignore Magicite.
Yeah.
You know.
Whew, man, I don't know. I've never done anything like that, so I don't know how tough that would be. I imagine very.
And I feel like even if I recruited all the characters, I feel like that would make it too easy because I could still have Terra and Celeste Ultima bombing everything.
Yeah.
You could still easily win with that. So that's why I was like, fuck it. Then you only get the 3 characters that you naturally come across.
Yeah.
And that's it.
You talking about Ultima bombs like that made me think of our friend McElwain from Contra 3 Alien Wars fame.
That's his.
Is it Contra 3 Alien Wars?
I feel like he was on that, and he was on Super Metroid.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, yes. A lot of things Super Metroid.
Because he was like,
walk out a little
I
bit.
like doing that, but I'm not very funny, so I won't be on it anymore.
Well, you say about Ultima bombing made me think of him because he just like embodies like
he is
Goku for like
he's the power gamer to end all power gamers.
So like,
is this remotely a challenge for me? No, thank you.
Right, and I mean I love him, but I mean that's just
That's
like
how he
that's
plays.
right, and
that's fine if that's what's fun for him, and he still plays where it's fun for everybody. Like that's his D&D character.
yes, right, absolutely. And this is like I didn't bring this up to be like a criticism or anything because it's definitely not, but that context needs to be there for what I'm about to say. Sorry to bring it back to Morkborg, but I meant to say this earlier, and you reminding me of McElwain was like, oh shit, I didn't say this, but I definitely wanted to. I channeled a lot of him in that character that I played, and it was fantastic. It was fantastic because it's like one of the things was we were sent by the leader of this dungeon to go kill a witch, and we go to see the witch, and the very first thing I say is like, "You're a witch. I don't trust you." Like, I mean, it was just like brutal honesty, and she's like, we're trying to like make a deal where we can like double cross the leader of the dungeon, right? And she's asking if we want tea, and I'm like, "You're a witch. This is all poisoned. I'm not drinking any of this."
Yeah.
Like just very like up front and like
that's very McElwain.
Yeah. So I love that, and I love that I was able to like, and I was like,
I want you to kill this witch. Do I get like magic out of this shit?
Right. Yes.
Sure. All right, let's kill the witch.
Let's do it. Yeah. Exactly.
Wait a minute, don't you want to know who the witch is? No.
No. Right. Yes. And it was so much fun. I loved it. So it's like I could totally see like, I don't know. I think McElwain's been having the most fun with D&D is what I'm trying to say.
In the strange twist, like the Mormons being the only one who get into heaven, McElwain's been playing right the whole time.
Not right. No.
Most fun.
Because there's no right. Yes, most fun. Yeah, because there's no right or wrong way to play. But like, man, playing like that was a fucking blast. Like playing a character that was just like, because like he was brutally honest because he is a fucking nihilist and doesn't care if he dies.
Yeah.
Like, and it's just like, whatever, this gets us the fastest results, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's true. All right. What's your character's name? Occam. This is my razor.
It was Nagel. Yeah, good old Occam's razor. Sorry to bring it back to
No, dude, that was good. That's good tangent.
To Morkborg. I won a lot of a lot of any awards. Got a lot of gold awards.
Sounds good.
Man, it's fucking cool.
Okay.
So simple.
I'm down.
Do you have any achievements for this game, Tyler?
Just besides the good, the bad, and the ugly, I don't think I do.
Man, this has been a fun episode.
Yeah, dude.
I've really enjoyed.
We enjoyed the game. It's been a long time since we've really enjoyed a game.
Yeah, it has. Yeah, these are great games.
Oh, besides Battle Blaze.
Yeah, the old chestnut, good old classic Battle Blaze. That's like going to be a Thanksgiving tradition.
Or
for
Power
me now.
Rangers Zeo, Racers, or
You remembered the name of the game.
or Jeopardy, or
Fuck Jeopardy.
I think the last game that we really have a lot of fun with might have been like Family Feud. Did we?
Yeah, we had fun with Family Feud. I feel like there was one in between there where I was like, this isn't bad. I like Prince of Persia for Super Nintendo.
Prince of Persia.
I like
okay.
Prince of Persia.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of recently. I feel like there was one that was kind of like,
I have to look.
let's pull it up. Let's pull it up.
I remember games from 8 years ago way better than I remember games from 8 weeks ago.
Yeah, I get it. And then you're like, wait, that game came out 8 years ago?
TADPOG.
Podcast.
TADPOG podcast. Yoshi Safari.
Yeah, that one wasn't good.
Jeopardy. World Heroes.
World Heroes, that's, yeah.
NBA Hang Time.
All right.
Legend.
Yeah, right. Legend.
Brett Hull Hockey.
No.
Rex Ronan, Experimental Surgeon.
Okay.
Ride Trad.
Right. Okay. So, like,
Ride Trad wasn't terrible.
what I'm discovering is that I really don't like mediocre games
Yeah.
because those games are all serviceable. Not all of them.
Knights
Most
of
of
the
them are
Round.
serviceable.
That wasn't
Right?
bad.
That wasn't bad. But see, it was
Arrow the Acrobat.
It also wasn't great. These aren't games that are going to be in our top 100.
Yeah,
right?
not at all. Cut it out. Ren and Stimpy, all the SNES Ren and Stimpy games.
Idiots. Oh, God.
Power Moves.
Power Moves.
Thunder
Right.
Beef.
God, fucking Power Moves.
Micro Machines. Our episode over Super Scope. Revolution X.
Fuck. What a man. What a game.
Tecmo Secret of the Stars.
That is that really super simple JRPG that I honestly think I would enjoy if I took my time with it. And
years ago, if I had rented this randomly, I would have enjoyed it as a kid.
Sure.
Batman Forever.
Whew, yeah. It's boiling acid.
Foreman for Real.
Foreman for real.
Clay Fighter.
Never meant to make. Fucking Clay Fighter. Yikes.
Super Star Fox Weekend and Donkey Kong Competition.
I really enjoyed that episode.
That was interesting.
I like doing all that research for that one.
Street Hockey 95.
Sticky D.
Pac-Man 2, The New Adventures.
Oh, yeah, baby. The hang glider.
Forgot about that. Time Tracks.
Yeah. But, I can't believe that you forgot about Time Tracks.
I know, right?
That's super great game. This is a very bizarre achievement segment.
I know. We're just naming old episodes. Prehistoric Man with Ryan.
Right.
Wasn't too bad. Super Battle Tank.
Ugh,
Championship Pool.
Yeah.
Dragon's Lair.
Randy fame. Yeah, Dragon's Lair for the Super Nintendo. Not good.
Prince Persia. Mm-hmm. That's 2020.
This has been our year in review.
This has been our shit we forgot about.
I did forget about a lot of those games, man. You know what game I'm looking forward to playing besides Super Alfred Chicken?
What's that? Plock?
Because we just recently talked about it. Real Monsters.
Yeah. Plock, Claymates, because I'm sure
yeah.
Claymates is going to be terrible and like very awkward.
Oh, I can guarantee you that Claymates is bad and awkward because I played it. Yeah, around the same time I played Clay Fighter.
Just check it out.
Yeah, just to see. And it's like, it's one of those games where it's like, I know this isn't a Claymates episode, but I'm forecasting the future. The year 2022. Claymates is a topic of discussion. Dave's body has been disintegrated and has been replaced with the body of a gorilla. He's super strong now, but very off-putting. You and I were talking about Claymates, and it's like, yeah, I knew 15 seconds in this was a bad game.
It's true. You do. You play immediately. It's like, this feels really weird.
I mean, it is an immediate, like, nope, this is a bad game.
Yep. I guess it's cool if they look sort of like Clay, maybe.
Yeah, it's like when you reach for something, when you grab something and you're expecting it to be something else, and you get that sensation, that touch sensation where it's like, that's not French fries, you know what I mean? Or it's like, that felt like a lizard or
Grab
something.
something you think it's going to be Coke. When you take a drink, it's not.
Dr. Pepper. Yeah. Yeah, totally. Oh, there was I didn't realize this. In the box that Matt sent, there's some newspaper. I wonder what the stories are.
Oh, all right.
It's the comic
It's our
section.
own obituaries.
Dun, dun, dun. It is the comics section. It looks like you have something that you've looked up.
I do. I had my beards and my glasses in my head, but I didn't know their names, so I had to make sure I got their names right.
Tyler.
Yes, Dave.
I want to play a game called...
Yes, Randy, every middle school morning.
Oh, did your dad read the newspaper every morning?
Oh, God, yeah.
I want to play a game called I'm going to read the title of a comic strip from the newspaper that Matt used as packing in his package, and you're going to tell me if you have heard of it.
Okay.
Okay. Over the Hedge.
No.
Pearls Before Swine.
Her Pearls Before
Yeah,
Swine.
that's a pretty long-running one. Wizard of Id.
Yep.
Never heard of that? What is that one about?
I do like Wizard of Id.
Yeah. Canderville.
Nope.
Rose is Rose.
Yes, I've heard of Rose's Rose.
Really? Mutts.
Nope.
Hagar the Horrible.
Horrible?
Hagar. Next Morkborg character. I'm going to play Hagar the Horrible.
Foxtrot had a good skit about, or a good comic about that, where they talk about realistic Hagar the Horrible.
Oh, really? I love that.
Raping and pillaging.
Oh, no. Hagar the Horrible, as written by George R.R. Martin.
Yeah, exactly.
Zitz.
Yep.
Yeah.
I do like Zitz.
I feel like Zitz has been
pretty
around
good.
for a minute, too, huh? Luann.
Yes, heard of Luann.
Get Fuzzy.
No. Touch Fuzzy?
Touch Fuzzy? Yeah. Is the sister column to Get Fuzzy Touch Dizzy? Let's see. Who are the characters in Get Fuzzy? It's a fuzzy thing and a weasel dressed up like Chong.
Okay.
Peanuts?
Peanuts?
Peanuts? It has a very silly dog.
Seems to be a bald child. I assume he has leukemia, probably.
A bald child appears to have been bitten in half by a chomp.
As his support dog. Yes. A progressive lesbian couple. Okay. All right.
Who did Mary Worth? Do you know who the cartoonist was?
I don't know.
I don't know either because I never read it. But now I want to read Peanuts as done by the person who does Mary Worth.
Ultra realistic Peanuts.
Right? It's just not funny at all. And it's confusing. It's just like, I don't...
Oh, I hated Mary Worth. I was like, why the fuck is this even
right?
in here?
I know. Me too. And it's like, seriously, who's reading this, right? Because this is for kids.
All the people who read Charles Dickens in the paper are all dead. You're writing this for them, and they're all dead.
And the last one, One Big Happy.
Yeah, I've heard of One Big Happy.
All right.
It's the old people.
Yeah, there's like a little girl talking to an old man who has like
It's not too bad.
a Tony Hawk skater hat on, kind of, sort of. I can't remember who.
He's
David
actually Tony Hawk.
Burnquist?
We're all old.
Was that his name? Who had the fucking fisherman's hat, the cake fisherman's hat?
Oh, shit, dude.
I don't know. Bob Burnquist? It was Bob
Burnquist.
Yeah, probably. Anyway, Tyler,
Yes, Dave.
thanks for humoring me with that.
Dude, that's pretty good.
Comic strip.
Pretty good.
We haven't talked about comic
Shows
strips in
how
a
out of
minute.
touch with comic strips we are.
I know. Let's start a podcast where you and I both agree to read the entire history of one particular comic strip, and then we just do one episode on each strip.
Fuck yeah.
It's just like months of research for like one episode. It'll be like an NPR thing.
I'll have to rebuy all my Foxtrot books. You still have all your Calvin Hobbes.
No, we get to pick. We get to pick you get to pick Mike Marmaduke for me, or like some shit ass comic strip.
Oh, so we're just not gonna have fun at all. It's gonna be terrible.
This is TADPOG.
Okay. All right.
I mean,
Mary Worth.
fuck, we both have to do Mary
We both
Worth.
said Mary Worth.
Right.
So 2 episodes over every strip.
Tyler,
Yes, Dave.
I've had a lot of fun talking to you about these games.
About
kind
Mary
of.
Worth, which we did not
Mary
think
Worth.
it was gonna go.
I'm curious if you were to give both of these games, Battle Clash and Metal Combat. Come on.
Falcon's Revenge.
Metal Combat, Mortal Kombat. How am I ever going to fucking... How am I
not.
ever going to remember...
That's why I just call it Falcon's Revenge. And I'm done with it.
It should have been Falco's Revenge.
Yep.
This should have been like...
Or Falcor's Revenge.
Falcor had his revenge.
A giant metal Falcor bot? Yeah.
Yeah,
Got
like
the lug
that.
dragon on Uranus.
Oh, fuck, man. It's been a long time since the Luck Dragon visited Uranus. I've been spending a lot of my time in the swamps of sadness with with Artax. Poor Artax.
So hard as a kid.
One day Artax would come back.
One day. That's
Pushing
you touch him.
daisies.
Yeah, he gets gets in that quicksand, touches him, brings him back.
That'd be great.
He's in the bottom of the sandpit, so he just dies all over again. They both die.
No.
It's awful.
Wait, is the main character in Pushing Daisies, is he a real gloomy Gus?
No, not really.
He'll be fine. He won't sink. That horse died because he was fucking sad.
Sad horse.
I know.
All right. Don't be a sad horse.
Don't be. Yeah, lesson of this podcast. Don't be a sad horse. But still watch BoJack Horseman.
The saddest horse. God, the second to last episode. God, BoJack. So good.
BoJack's
so
really
good.
BoJack's really good. Tyler,
Yes, Dave.
if you were to give this game a beard that sums up how you feel about it, what kind of beard would it be and why?
I would give it the... He has a beard at one point. I would give it the beard of Bartholomew Fatima from Xenogears.
Oh, wow. I own that game. I've never finished it. I've started it many times.
I love Xenogears because
Yeah.
it is you play half the time in mechs,
Yeah.
half the time not in mechs, and eventually fight angels and God. So very good.
So
game.
aside from the mech part, pretty standard JRPG fare.
Everyone controls sort of like Sabin.
I'm just
so, yeah.
I'm just teasing. Just the whole like fighting God thing.
Yeah.
That whole trope.
So yeah, it is definitely a JRPG.
Yeah, right. No, man, Xenogears is like, I always reach a point, and I can't remember what it is, because I haven't even tried to do that game, like, probably in over 2 decades.
Yeah.
Maybe I need to give it a visit now that I'm an adult.
Yeah. But hopefully, because man, those graphics are rough.
There was an asterisk behind there. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they were
Yep.
rough.
Even for PS1, they got rough.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like you would zoom in on critical hits, and it was just like colored squares.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, when you look at Final Fantasy VII, even.
Yeah, I'd put it. I don't know. It's the same but different than Final Fantasy VII.
Didn't Xenogears, it has been a long time, but didn't it have sprites in it too? Like, weren't the main characters like sprite based, or
Yep.
or at least looked like they were sprite based? Okay. All right. Yeah.
But then, of course, like the mechs weren't. The mechs were more like Final Fantasy VII style animation. Like
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was something about that game. Maybe I should revisit it after Phantasmagoria.
it's good, and it's definitely a forever standalone. You know, they came up with Xenosaga because there was some kind of fucking mix up with licensing and the names and all that kind of shit. So I had to stop where it was, which is a travesty. Because I thought it was fucking great.
Yeah. You know what's...
I mean, even Cloud, whenever he has his Mako poisoning, makes a reference to Xenogears in his haze.
Yeah.
Yep.
I forgot about that.
Yep.
Tyler.
Yes, Dave.
So one beard of Bartholomew Pinot.
Pinot. Yes. Pinot Noir.
Pinot Noir. If you were to give this game a pair of glasses, that sums up how you feel about it, what kind of glasses would you give it?
I would give it the sensible spectacles of one Satan Uzuki.
I'm sorry, I think you mean Satan.
Satan Uzumaki.
Satan Zucchini,
Satan Zucchini.
which is my porn star name.
Pretty good. It's pretty good.
Who is that? Also from Xenogears.
He is sort of like Fei Fong Wong is the main character, and he is sort of a teacher to Fei, who then he accompanies him. And basically, it goes through weird sort of arcs where a character in their chapter they are very, very powerful, but then another character will then supersede them in their chapter. So like Satan is very powerful in the beginning, but once it is like Bart's turn, then Bart's more powerful, and you want Bart in your party. The only one who's kind of immune to that is Faye.
I'm sorry,
So
Bort?
you always want Bort.
My mech is also named Bort.
Bort. Just a little placard.
Sorry, I didn't mean to derail. I can't. This is how
a good Bort joke's always good.
This is how fucked up I
Always
am.
welcome.
On like pop culture. This is truly what it has done to me and I'm sure other people. I can't not hear Bart and be like, must blurt out a Simpsons reference. Even if it's wrong, everyone needs to know I'm a human and I've heard of The Simpsons and you must connect with me over The Simpsons.
Sandwich
yes?
Pope Phil Hawkins and Rhythm Master Paul
Bort.
Gorn also went Bort.
I bow to their supreme Simpsons knowledge. And I think Cthusiast Jeff is also in on that. And also Seinfeld, on the Discord, I think it was Cthusiast Jeff, who's knows that Seinfeld stuff because we fucked up so many names. I think we said Sue Ann Mishke and it's Sue Ellen Mishke.
Okay.
And also the whole it took forever for Tim Watley name to land on that. I don't know why, and this is not me covering for that, but it is the truth, and I don't know what caused it. But last episode, I was so nervous for some reason, and I don't know why, but it's listening back to it when I was editing, it was just man, I don't know if anyone else can tell that I was nervous, but I'm I can tell. So I don't know, it was weird.
I weren't Baja blasted.
I wasn't Baja
catching up to
blasted. Yeah, that's true.
Well, real quick, I'm gonna go over and grab this bat.
Grab it.
I'm very interested. Grabbing this batter up peripheral.
Arrow, no.
Yeah. Oh, I'm going to put, because we still have Arrow the Acrobat 2 out there.
That's actually,
by the way.
Oh God. That's actually how we get the randomizer to work now, is one of us eats the ass of Arrow the Acrobat, and then whatever frightened game that he screams out of his mouth is what we play.
That's what we play.
Yeah. Super Alfred Chicken!
It's the randomizer's avatar. It's
yes.
the anal hunger of Arrow the Acrobat.
The anal hunger of analhunger.com has better be registered. Otherwise, TADPOG is soon going to be redirected from analhunger.com. Not to be confused with analhanger.com.
Anal.
Totally different site, very similar audience.
Well, I'm going to put this batter up one end on the ground.
Yes.
My head on the other.
Don't worry, we asked for Arrow's consent. He said yes, but he still doesn't like
His
it.
asshole said, winked at us. Uh-huh.
He gets off on not liking it. It's Arrow's. Look, that's how Arrow did it.
So I'm going to spin Wild and Crazy Kid style to point my no-no horn in a random direction and say the prayer we all love to say. No whammies, no whammies, no whammies.
Oh, shit. I'm supposed to be doing something.
No, you were in the moment. It's fine.
I was very much in the moment. I was like, all right, maybe I'll do a major third off of the note that Tyler's doing, and then we can be really cool. And then I was like, do I know how to do that? No.
Yeah.
Better just stare into Tyler's eyes then.
Yep. I'm surprised you can see my eyes because I can barely see out of them for all the sweat.
They're very, watery, I'm assuming, stingy from sweat. I'm sorry. Pray again, please.
No whammies, no whammies, no whammies. Stop.
257.
We in the C's?
We are in the J's.
The J's.
The J's. Can I give you a hint?
Yes.
You will never get this.
Okay.
Maybe you have heard of this game. Jim Power, Jim Power. Not Jim.
James Power.
James Power. Can we play Jimmy Power? Jimmy Power, Jim Power, Lost Dimension in 3D.
Yeah, no clue. This sounds terrible.
This sounds, but probably funny though, right?
Yeah.
It sounds funny. Jim Power, Lost Dimension in 3D. There is no way this is going to be good.
Phew, man, that is a bad comic title. Like,
there's no way. No way this is going to be a good game. I'm hoping that it is so bad that we find a hidden Bebe's Kids. You know what I mean?
A real hidden shit gem.
Hidden shit. Yeah, a real stink bomb.
In the bottom of this shit barrel, you find an even worse Just turd at the bottom.
You found a slug that eats shit.
The progenitor turd.
Yep, Jim Power, Lost Dimension in 3D.
Jim Power, Lost Dimension in 3D.
Tyler,
Yes, Dave.
I have a quiz.
Oh, fuck yeah, let's do
I
it.
have a quiz.
All right.
I have another question for you in the form of one Ross Rachel Green quiz. Ross sent a quiz in entitled, oh, there's a ghost. The door's opening.
It is.
Hey, Melissa.
Oh, we stopped the show and I went and got it, but thank you.
Do you want to stick around?
Yeah, I will. Hang on.
Cool.
Take a quiz.
I'm sure it's going to be very easy. Tyler and I always pass them.
Yep.
Yeah, it's hot in here, yeah?
Yeah, really.
You can move my shit out of there, sorry.
It's okay. I'm just gonna sit.
I'm going to sit on your
No.
shit.
No.
Turn your mic on. There you go.
She's like, oh. Oh, now it's a thing.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is it not supposed to be a thing? It's off now.
Okay.
It's off now. All right, Tyler. Hand sandy it up.
I'm good. I just want to see it. It's fine.
just in case you know the answer.
All right.
Oh, but
This quiz is entitled Metal, Combat, or Revenge. If it makes you feel any better, I don't even think. Your microphone's not even plugged in. But if you scream really loud, if you feel like you need to be heard, it's really good to see you too. By the way, it feels like it's been forever. Yeah, I don't blame you for not coming in here more frequently. Yeah, it's miserable. Yeah,
This is not even the hottest it's been.
this
This is 3 clicks away from the hottest it's been.
Ross Rachel Green has the week off of work. So instead of working in the office, I suspect I will be doing the shit jobs I have been avoiding at home. Today, I got some keys cut. Rock and roll, am I right? On the plus side, my home cinema system should arrive this week. Probably going to watch The Matrix a bunch of times.
All right.
So I will hopefully get to play with that. Anyway, this week's quiz is about Super Nintendo games with the word metal, combat, or revenge in the title.
Okay.
Only one has the word Falcon in it, and guess which one that is. These will be alphabetical, and the word you are looking for may not be the first word, so don't look too far into that. So let's get it on.
All right.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Tyler, you're ready? Melissa with your unplugged mic? Ready. Okay. First question. This licensed sports game is named after the current coach of the Las Vegas Aces. Does the gas station have its own sports team now? Aces?
Yes.
Hucks? Now playing
the Hucks Bucks. Jim Powers.
Jim Powers. Revenge in the world of 3D. Locking it in. It is, in fact, Bill Lambier's combat basketball.
Okay. Yeah, we could have got that, but fuck it.
Yeah, I forgot combat was one of those words.
Yep.
Next question. This beat 'em up is a port from an arcade game where you can play as either Berserker, Blitz, or Belova. I assume that's pronounced bull over, but I prefer Bull Lover. And his backstory involves fucking cows. Cowboys of Moo Mesa?
The Cowboys.
Revenge of the Cow Fucker? Cow Fucker Combat?
Cowfucker.
Metal Cow Fucker Combat.
Metal Cowfucker Combat. Revenge of Metal Cowfucker Combat.
It's a beat 'em up.
I beat 'em up with either metal, revenge, or combat. It's got to be something combat. Combat
Commandos.
Yeah, all right.
Combat Commandos, locking it in. It's not that. That also sounds like Space Bazooka, but instead of it being an Atari 2600 game, it is an NES cartridge called Combat Commandos.
Windows.
All right, locking it in. It is in fact the Comba Tribes. The Comba
fuck?
Tribes. The only reason I have heard of that game is because It has been mentioned recently on like the Laser Time Network. I hadn't even heard of it
okay.
before then. Next question. This mech-based Namco RTS game sees you fighting against the dictator Zorguf. Bonus points for pronouncing that. I haven't got a clue. It's got to be metal something.
Yep.
Metal Marines? Was that a thing?
Sure.
But that probably was a different thing.
Metal Marines.
Locking it in. It is, in fact, Metal Marines.
Really?
That's a lucky fucking
Hell
guess.
yeah.
Next question. This run-and-gun game sees you, a being made of living metal, travel to another dimension. Lawnmower Man.
Jim Powers.
Jim Power is Terminator 2. I realize
so metal.
that's not. Metal Man.
Metal Man. Metal Space Traveler.
Metal Time Man.
Metal Time.
Metal Time. Locking it in. It is, in fact, Metal Morph.
Ugh.
Never heard of it.
Ugh.
Next question. This game sees you playing as Lieutenant Stone, fighting against dictator Vinkar Amon to end the 3-year war against Earth. Lieutenant Stone. Probably revenge in there.
Stone's Revenge.
Stone's Revenge. Locking it in. You can't get blood from a stone. Yeah. Revenge. It is Metal Warriors.
Okay, we've even played that.
Yes. It's been a long time, to be fair.
Long fucking time.
Next question. This first person.
Revenge.
Revenge of the Nerds, I'm sorry, was the answer. This first-person ninja game can be played with either the SNES mouse or Super Scope and was created by manga artist Go Nagai. Go Nagai.
What?
That name is familiar. Why is Go Nagai familiar? Damn it. First-person ninja game, no idea. Can be played with either the SNES mouse
Super
or
Nintendo?
Super Scope. Yep, it has to be Super Scope.
What the fuck?
I know. This sounds cool, doesn't it?
Huh. Ninja Combat.
Ninja Combat.
Or Combat Ninja.
Locking it in. It is Cheyenne's Revenge.
I don't know.
I have to look up where I know Go Nagai from. Next question. This game from last week's quiz features Marvel superheroes. Metal, Combat, or Revenge? Marvel superheroes.
Marvel War of the Gems.
Right.
There's
Arcade's Revenge.
Arcade's Revenge.
Right.
Spider-Man,
X-Men,
Arcade's Revenge.
Locking it in. It is, in fact, Spider-Man and the X-Men in Arcade's Revenge. Next question. This game was based on the anime Ranma 1/2 in Japan, but in the U.S. replaced all the Ranma characters with generic Americans. I have no idea. I knew that I think there's a few Ranma
American
1/2
Revenge.
American Revenge. Locking it in. It is, in fact, Street Combat. I feel like probably the charm of that game was that it was, in fact, licensed.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Probably is my guess. We'll find out, I guess, when we get there. Next question. Turns out there's only 8 games that fit this. So here's the other 2 intelligent system games. And then it says your answer. Oh, I see. This is a series of questions. Okay. Next real question. This first-person light gun game features mechs and was released a year before Metal Combat.
Battle Clash.
Battle Clash. Logging it in. It is, in fact, Battle Clash. Last question. This game, based on a popular Game Boy puzzle game, was called Panel de Pon in Japan. I should know this. I feel like I should know this, but I don't. I don't know.
Kirby's Avalanche.
Kirby's Avalanche. Revenge. Of DDD. Locking
Metal
it in.
Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine.
Tetris Attack. Attack isn't one of the. What is one of the words there?
And neither was Battle Clash, I guess.
Wait, I thought it was Clash.
It was just the
Revenge.
Imagineering Studios. None of the last 2. He was just naming the Imagine Studios or whatever games.
Oh, okay. I see.
Flip the script.
I misunderstood. I thought it needed to have Metal, Combat, or Revenge in it. But that makes sense because none of those words are in Battle Clash.
Yeah, hardest quiz to date, Ross.
Clash? Yeah. Thank you, Ross, for sending that in.
Melissa stepped in something while she was sitting down.
The door open.
Yeah. No, all right.
Thank you, Ross.
Yeah.
Ross told me that he has nightmares that he forgets to send the quiz in to the show,
Yes, Ross, there's that much pressure.
which I think is funny because us forget. I feel responsible for forgetting his quiz like a couple episodes back because I'm the quiz.
We doubled
giver,
up, it's
right?
fine.
I'm the quiz giver, so I felt responsible for that. So why it's funny to me is because I had a nightmare over the guilt I had about not including Ross's quiz in that episode. So there we go. That's just karma at work, baby, I guess.
All right. Well, so we'll be playing Jim Powers Dimension, what? 3D?
Jim Power, Lost Dimension in 3D.
That's going to be hard for me to remember. I just know it is.
Yeah.
The Jim Power game.
The Jim Power game. Jim Power sounds like
the Marv Griffin show, but it's the Jim Power game.
it sounds like, hi, I'll be removing your wisdom teeth today. I'm Dr. Jim Power. Or D-Doctor.
D-Doctor.
Dentists don't call themselves doctor, do they?
Yeah.
They do, doctor. Like, I've never seen two dentists interact with one another, I guess.
They don't.
That's like one of the rules.
Yeah, they can't talk to their doctor.
They like when they're around each other, they growl like feral dogs fighting over territory.
Presidents can't drive anymore once they become president. Dentists can't talk to each other.
Why are you calling me? You know this can't be.
This can't happen. Well, thanks for listening, everybody. We're doing the Jim Powers game next week. But until then, we got a big backlog of shows. TADPOG.com, Spotify, YouTube, iTunes. What's that other one? Stitcher.
Yeah, we're
all
on
on
Stitcher.
there. All on
we're
there.
on there. IRC, AOL
IRC,
Messenger,
yeah.
Palace Chat. We're there.
Palace Chat.
Find
true.
us. You just got to look. FTP servers. We're on FTP servers.
Hell yeah. Napster. You can be on Napster.
LimeWire.
Yeah.
Kazaa.
Kazoo.
The Great Kazoo. I love Kazoo was like Kazaa, but everything was Kazoo waves.
Well, Kazoo himself, isn't he like a super fucked up backstory? Like,
it's the Great Gazoo, right?
yeah, because he's the time traveler from the
right.
Flintstones, where he was banished by his people for some sort of cataclysm
But
he created.
is that real or did we just make it up?
I don't know.
Like not us, you and me, but like, is it a hoax?
Well, we'll have to find who is our foremost Hanna-Barbologist.
Our barbarian, our Hanna Barbarian.
Yes, who is our Hanna-Barbarian? Perfect.
Speak up now. Earn your title, Hanna Barbarian. Tell us of the Great
Yes.
Gazoo. And don't just look it up on the internet. Because
you
we'll
have to just know.
We'll know if you looked it up on the internet.
So in the meantime, there's on Facebook, there's TADPOG, episode announcements, memes, general merriment.
I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah. Flopsy.
Super sorry. But I'm looking through Flopsy trying to see what the ratings for these games were. And I just need to tell you that they gave The Mask 3.5 stars. So I didn't expect that. And now I'm looking forward to playing this game that I assumed would be very shitty.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, sorry.
It might still be. That's just a very huge Jim Carrey fan.
Maybe. Oh, it does say the reviewer's JC.
Jesse.
Shit. Damn.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ. Can I get a witness?
We ain't church ain't going nowhere. You know Kurt Franklin's gonna slip and say fuck one day. You got Flopsy stuff to read?
Oh, I was just flipping through here.
I was about to say,
Yeah.
we check out Battle Clash
Yep.
and Falcon's Revenge.
Battle Clash got 3 stars. I mentioned half a star less.
I
than
challenge the mask to be better than Battle Clash.
Oh, weird. This one was also done by JC. I don't know. Bizarre. So, man, that really builds up the mask, doesn't it?
Yeah, it fucking does.
That's going to be a really good game. And then the other
Now I'm
one,
going to pull a Jacob. Meh.
it probably isn't that good, right?
No, if somebody else likes it, it's not.
Can't be that good.
Uh-uh.
And by pull a Jacob, you mean definitely also pull a Dave.
Yeah, yep.
All right. Metal Combat, Falcon's Revenge, according to Flopsy, a.k.a. The Ultimate Nintendo Guide to the SNES Library, 1991 through 1998 by Pat Contry, courtesy of Master Mold Mike. 4 stars.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is what I had
That's-
in my head. I am satisfied with that.
That's solid. Which they also gave Mega Man X3. Yeah, right? Seems a little bizarre. That's okay. Mega Man X got 5 stars. That's all that matters.
Okay. That's fine. That's fine. 4.5 for X2.
Yeah. They're not heretics.
Yeah. Okay.
5 stars
It's
for Mega
fine.
Man X.
You're fine, Pat Contra.
We still want to know how much you paid for that tournament cartridge.
So you like the deeper danker shit? There's Tadpog Nation.
You
Come
know
on,
I do.
that's where all the dank shit is. But are you a good boy who likes organized points of conversation?
And
That's
honks.
the Tadpog Discord and honks.
And wholesome channels.
Yep.
Also straight up pornography now. So.
Faces of Death stuff, is that a channel now?
No, God, no.
Okay,
No, yeah, no. Please, no gore on the Discord. Please, no pictures of dead things on the Discord.
What else do we got? We're on Twitter and Instagram as Tadpog_podcast.
Yeah.
If you want shirts, you got shirts.tadpog.com.
We
You got
do.
masks.
I still need to get those fucking Soda Jerks
Yeah,
shirts
Soda
up.
Jerk shirts.
The thing
Those
that
are on
happens is
Redbubble.
I forget about them until we are doing the show and plugging shirts.tadpog.com, and
Yep.
it's like, oh, yeah. I got to put those up
So
there.
it'll be Soda Jerks and the mask, or the Tadpog masks on Redbubble as well.
Oh, I thought you meant the mask for the Super Nintendo.
the mask is that on Redbubble?
It probably is.
God, I want to find that video of Brandon in the yellow zoot suit with that huge mask on,
I want
running
you to
through
find
his
that
mother's
too.
house.
I want you to find that very
Chef's
much.
kiss. Somebody stop me and just run around. His mom being like, who was that? Oh, so good.
That tired me
And
out.
if you knew his mother, it's only better.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, man.
But most importantly, I got that Patreon. So I would like to we thanked Michael PlayStation Warren.
Thank you, Michael PlayStation Warren.
Got a pledge from Guitaru Man Dalton.
You are not ready, Michael PlayStation Warren.
Yeah.
You remember the You Are Not Ready campaign? Where
Vaguely.
they'd have like the red E, like you are not, and then an E
Okay.
in red because, clever copy.
Clever.
Yeah, sell video games.
A boost from Paul Clark.
Thank you, Paul Clark.
Thank you. And then a new donor, Dark Side Blues, Mitchell Tynes. Thank you, Mitchell.
Nice. Thanks, Mitchell. Is it because I didn't pee in your mouth that one night at the cabin?
Or you stayed awake so you couldn't pee in your mouth?
Right. Yeah. He's like, I did a good thing. I stayed up. I stayed up to make sure that man didn't pee in my mouth. I'll donate.
But now I give him money. I'm not peeing his mouth.
That man owes me one pee in mouth.
$1, one piss.
That is not that fucking exchange rate.
What is that exchange rate?
Much higher. It's on the table, but it's much higher. Henry gets through college. Yeah, hit me
Spitting
up. You can pee in my
hepatitis
mouth.
test, that's on the table.
Right, yeah. I always forget about hepatitis. Don't think about it.
Don't think about it. So our theme song is moved. Let's we're driving to the track. Found in the show notes at tadpog.com. Melissa, how should we close this out? Yeah, you do. Come on. How should we close it out?
You have time
Come
to
on.
think about it because I have some people that I need to thank.
Oh, yeah. Oh, executive producers.
All right, we have some executive producers. Speaking of Patreon, these are our biggest supporters. These are the people who donate $20 or more a month, and your support goes a long, long way. Those people are Usurper Grimm, Steve Dixon, God Emperor Alex Pena, Coronavirus Savior Cubicle Monkey, Cousin David Galino, Laud Mulaney Dennis, Cthusiast Jeff Miners, Platinum member Brett Miller, Joseph Phillips, Cody Phillips, Bantha Master, the Eightfold Daniel Abernathy, Executive Producer Dig Dougie, Matt Gentile, a.k.a. Gentle G, Magical Sleeper, a.k.a. Big Dicked Pie Baker Chris Vaughn, Pinball Archmage Chris Edler, congratulations on your marriage, Zeus Laser, Drinksmith Joey Webster, Sandwich Pope Phil Hawkins, Master Cycle Baron Kevin Link, Plinko Nick Price, Paper Chase Coburn, and Demented Living.
All right.
That list is growing.
It is. It's very nice.
I feel like
very nice.
I feel like a maniac reading a manifesto like on a corner in the dark.
Let go, Nick!
Right?
The Eightfold! God Emperor.
Oh man, it's like you're telling the future. It's weird. Our post-apocalyptic future.
Have you thought of anything, Melissa?
Because this is sitting here, your favorite 90s movie character.
All right, Melissa says our favorite 90s movie character. In case one of our mics didn't pick you up, which you probably didn't. Sorry, I don't have that one plugged in.
All right.
And also sorry that it's very hot in here. Yeah. You're being a very good sport. I can tell that you love Tyler very fucking much. Yeah. To be out here.
If she loves me, she'll kiss me like
hanging out
this,
with us fucking dorks.
Coated in sweat. All right, so...
That's always how I like to kiss people.
Yeah.
Sweaty.
Lubricated.
Yeah. Sometimes we just rub our faces together, Nikki and I, our sweaty faces.
So until next time, tropical.
I was a velociraptor.
No,
you were Eeyore?
I was Morgan Freeman in The Shawshank Redemption.
Man, I wish Morgan Freeman voiced Eeyore.
I wish I could tell you that Andy got away.
Everybody at the...
They pinned the tail on that donkey.
What was it, Golden Acres? Was that where did Winnie the Pooh live?
The 100
Acres Wood?
100 Acre Wood.
Everybody in the 100 Acre Wood's like, man,
Golden Acres is that subdivision up the road where I used to live.
That is Golden Acres. I see it twice a week. That's why it's in my mind. But everyone in the 100 Acres Wood is like, man, I don't know why, but that sad motherfucker's charming as shit.
Yep.
I feel like they don't like Eeyore. I get it. I get why he's sad.
Eeyore gets all the ass, but they keep trying because I'm still not any happier.
Do you like
those weird ones? Call me a challenge.
I think we've talked about this on the show a long, long time ago, where it's like every character in Winnie the Pooh can be assigned like a disorder or like a mental illness. Like they represent
one of the seven deadly sins.
Oh, really? I hadn't heard that one.
Yep.
Who is
Eeyore sloth?
Okay.
Pooh is gluttony.
Yeah.
Owl is pride.
Rabbit is wrath.
Rabbit's wrath.
Who was pride?
Owl.
Owl. Yeah. Okay. Piglet.
Envy, I want to say.
Okay. That's probably the biggest stretch so far, but okay.
I forget who Tigger was.
Madness. That's one of them, right?
Madness.
I don't think Tigger was an original character.
Oh, really?
Was he? I think he was Disney added. I don't think he was original 100 Acres.
Okay.
Golden Acres Woods. But did we? What other sins are there? Probably none.
Greed.
That's Pooh, right?
Pooh's
Pooh is gluttony. Who's greed?
I guess that'd have to be Kango. And
I guess Tigger because springs. That dude loves springs.
Always one to bounce. Give me more bounces.
I forgot about Kanga. Kanga and Roo. Yeah. He's greedy for that pocket. I don't get it.
Give me my.
She's greedy because she has a pocket. Mother's pocket, a Roo story. That's the one where Roo kills everybody in the 100 Acres.
Perfect. Yeah. Oh.
I think we ended it.
That's it.
Yeah. I think that was our stinger.
That's a good stinger. All right.
That's all I got. I can't make myself burp. I can't do it. I hear you're supposed to breathe air in. Swallow
I don't even know
air.
how I do it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird because no one can explain it either.
It's more like I'm pushing up air.
It's like, how do you explain... I was trying to explain to Henry how you roll your tongue. You know, when you make your tongue a tube. Mm-hmm. And it's like, let me just show you. Because it's like, how do you explain that?
No, you just do it.
You make your mouth like an O and then try to stick your tongue through it.
It's like queefing. Well, how do you queef? Oh.
Queefing's just a way to let you know you're doing it right.
Okay.
Or so I've heard. I mean, I don't know.